If you're watching the replay, hello. Let's see if I can get Instagram to work. Probably not. There we go. All right, we cooking with grease. Okay. So wait, do I not need these? Hold on, let me change my audio. Hey, I'm getting ready to get started. Give me 2 seconds. I need to put this in my headphones. Nope. All right, there we go. Now my mic should be set. Thumbs up. Y'all can hear me? I hope so. Let's see. All right, so I actually had some time today. Oh, I can turn the space heater off. Hold up. I actually had some time today. And it's been a while since we went live, so I figured I should probably get on that. And I don't know when I'm gonna have the time to go live again, but I was answering. I had got a lot of DMs over the last couple of days, just like small credit questions here and there. I have no idea where all these people came from. Wherever y'all saw me from, thank you, I guess. But I started to answer them on my story, and I was like, I could just go live. That literally would make everything a lot easier. And I'm testing out. I guess I'm thinking about upgrading my StreamYard, so I definitely wanted to test. I wanted to bring it back and see if they had updated anything. It was a couple things I definitely would have changed. And I was just tired of it. I'm trying to see. So I definitely wanted to test. There we go. So I know my audio work. All right. So I've been getting a lot of the same questions, not even just like worded differently. They're worded exactly the same. How many credit cards do I need to have a perfect credit score? Or like, um it's a video that's going around talking about because Experian and Equifax got sued, you can fix your credit. Oh, TikTok. I don't know why I didn't think about TikTok. You can fix your credit right now because you can kind of like one up the government or whatever the hell. They're pretty much trying to convince people that you can use this and leverage it to get things taken off of your credit, which isn't true, but we'll get into that too. But I've just been getting a lot of the same questions over and over and over for the last like week or so. And so I figured I would just go live, answer it. And y'all know I'm still trying to monetize my YouTube channel. So I figured 3 birds, 1 stone, why not? Hold on, let me get the phone set up for TikTok. All right, so I haven't done a Q&A in a while. Do I still do credit repair? That's a good question. No. Well, yes, but not in the way that you're thinking. So I'm a financial counselor now. I'm no longer just like a credit specialist. So when I meet with people who have credit issues, we do work on their credit, but not through the lens of me doing it for them. Like how it works now as a financial counselor is I tell you what to do and then you go do it. The responsibility kind of lies with the client. However, I'm not taking clients right now. My books are kind of full. But yeah, a lot of people do not like that. A lot of people want me to do it. Oh, thank you. A lot of people want you to do it for them. And I guess that we can kind of talk about that because I got that question literally 5 minutes ago. Hold on, I'm trying to get this TikTok thing set up. There it go. All right. There we go. So yeah, but I don't do credit repair anymore. And I have not done credit repair for a while now. I just work with my financial counseling clients. And the reason why is I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all on what made me like finally just cut the cord with the whole credit repair thing. Um, it was making me hate what I do. What you gotta realize about people who need credit repair, probably 75% of the people who would hit me up for credit repair services. Oh my goodness, yes, it's been a while. Hey girl. People who would hit me up for like credit repair services were people who weren't necessarily, oh my God, hey Sharita. So yeah, I gotta start going live more. Um, it was mainly people who wanted immediate solutions. It was people who wanted a lot for nothing. It was people who thought I had like some magic code that would get them an 850 credit score as soon as they signed up with me. That is not what credit repair is. I'm gonna be at that. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. As somebody, as a credit repair specialist, and if y'all know the money plug, especially if you watching me on TikTok, I literally have over 200K on TikTok strictly because of my credit tips. If if you know the money plug, you know I knew my shit. I still know my shit, but I couldn't do it anymore because a lot of people want a lot for a little bit. Y'all wasn't looking to get out of the situations you was in. You was just looking to finesse so you could get the thing that you was gonna get denied for if you applied for it. She said, I got everything I needed working with you back then. And you know what? It was clients like you. Shout out to my girl Keisha, Philip. Like, there were so many people who I've met over the years as clients, and I've literally watched them change their lives. It's people who I've seen buy houses, buy cars, qualify for better job opportunities, things like that. And then, but for every, I feel like one of those people, I got 20 people who was really just looking to finesse, and then was mad when I actually sat down and explained to them, like, this is not how credit repair works. Credit repair is not you send in a letter to the credit bureaus and they take away everything that's on your credit. Oh, thank you for the bad. Thank you for the thing. Um, that's not what credit repair is. The act of repairing or rehabilitating your credit, it's a system, right? It's not like a secret, it's not a hack, it's a system that you learn to navigate a specific way. You actually really helped me a few years back. You helped me get approved for a call. Oh my God, congratulations. But like, yeah, you see, like that's what I wanted. And I felt like as a credit repair specialist, I felt like I was coming in too late into the conversation. As a credit repair specialist, I felt like by the time people came to me, they were at the end of their rope, right? Like, they had tried the right way, right? They tried all the other things. And by the time they got to me, they were tired of trying, right? They didn't want to try anymore. They just wanted results. And I mean, that's cool or whatever. And like, I can help as much as I can help. But for a lot of people, they would just end up right back in my inbox a year later, 8 months later, because they were still making the same decisions that kind of got them in that situation in the first place. And so, like, you never learned anything. And so I was getting very, very frustrated with a lot of the situations I was seeing my clients in. Y'all know I'm an empath. So I would literally be feeling it when y'all be going through it. And so I decided to pursue. I joined the AFCPE. Shout out to y'all, and I got my AFC certification. I've had it for about a year now. So I've been a financial counselor for about a year now, and I've loved every second of it. I get to meet people where they are. Um, but not just dealing with credit, right? Like, we get to tackle the behaviors and the feelings and all that stuff that got you making the decisions that got your credit messed up, that caused you to even want to reach out. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, we got to unpack all of those things so that, all right, yeah, we end up fixing your credit in the long run, but we also fixed all of the things that got you there in the first place. And so I should not see you back. I always used to tell people, like, credit repair is the one place that you never want to see repeat clients. And it was like, I feel like I feel more fulfilled as a financial counselor. I feel like I'm making more of an impact in my community specifically because I'm not just here trying to cash in on the fact that you got bad credit. Not only do I want you to get out of that situation, I want to make sure you never get back in that situation. I want to make sure that you that friend that people can now call and say, "Hey, what did you say? Like, like what you say that girl told you about credit cards, or how do you save again?" Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I wanted that's what I want for y'all. And I've just been feeling so much more fulfilled doing this. So you're a therapist and financial advisor is what you're saying. I mean, if you want to call me that, that's not what I am, but if you want to call me that, eventually I do think, I don't think it's no time soon, but eventually I would love to be a financial therapist. My ultimate goal is I want to be a certified financial behavior specialist, God willing. But that requires a lot of degree to get there, and I'm still in school. Not Markia. And why I said it in my head like mustard. I love how your financial counseling is about the whole person and not just some tips and tricks on their credit. Yeah. You kept it 100 at all times. If you didn't help someone, it's because they didn't want to listen. I got and still use a lot of your advice. Oh, see, I love stuff like that. Like, you'd be surprised some of the nasty grams I get from people. And then, like, I also, like, for example, TikTok. You probably don't see me post a lot on TikTok. I very rarely post on TikTok, actually, because I got called a bully. Because even like, I was so angry with everything that was going on with my clients. I started doing a series where, like, I would take stuff that people were saying on TikTok, like credit tips and hacks or whatever that people would share with me, like, "Hey, is this true?" Right? Like, I would take those videos and then I would expose the fact that they were lies. And I wouldn't drag too much on like the person who said it unless they were just being obnoxious about it. I really just would talk about how the information was incorrect. But I actually got labeled as a bully in the industry. I got labeled as a bully and was dragged. Yes, they still have that Reddit thread about me. Yes, they still have that Reddit. That's how I know you've been with me for a while, yo. Is there a difference between a Visa debit card and a MasterCard debit card? It's all the difference is where you're accepted. And I mean, there's really no place you can go that accept like Visa, don't accept MasterCard, right? It's really just who processes your payments. I miss those videos. I miss them too, but I didn't want to get that label as a bully because then that made some people scared to reach out to me because they thought that if they didn't know something that they feel like they should have known, they were a little intimidated reaching out to me because they didn't want me to drag on them like I would drag on other people. So I actually stopped the series completely. I won several awards actually for that series on TikTok. Shout out to the Plutus Awards. Shout out to Savvy Ladies. But I ended up taking it off platform, right? I ended up taking it off platform in the sense of like I ended up doing workshops and speaking engagements, exposing a lot of the things that kind of target my community specifically, right? A lot of the schemes and scams, like I know y'all probably heard that you can submit a 1099 and wipe away all your debt. I know y'all probably heard that one is bullshit. That's one of my most watched videos on YouTube, actually talking about how it's bullshit. Well, some of us still love you and wish you all the best. Thank you. I mean, I'm still here. I'm still doing the thing, right? But it just looks different now. What happened to our app? So okay, so I had a Mighty Networks. Let's talk about that for a second. Let me give you the tea on that. So I had a Mighty Networks community and I ended up shutting it down because it was just so inactive. I felt like no matter how many times I was trying to get people involved and all that stuff and like getting y'all in the thing outside of when I would do workshops, I wouldn't see too much activity in the group. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, that shit is $100 a month or 1,000 a year is what I paid, bro. I'm not about to keep paying that if people not about to be talking. So I've been looking for ways that I can still kind of offer that community feel without. You are the only one, girl. You are the only one, and that makes to make me so mad because it's just like I can't. That don't make sense as a business to keep that community open. There's only one person that's going to be active. However, you on Instagram, I started an Instagram broadcast channel. So you can join that. And I do allow replies and stuff in the broadcast channel. So feel free to join that. And that's what we have for now until I mean, once we get enough people in the broadcast channel, then I can look at like I have a Discord server set up. So maybe we could set up a Patreon so people can get into the Discord server. We could try the whole community thing again. But yeah. No, I'm not gonna hold my nails up because they're not done. I'm in the middle of a cross country move, so my nails aren't done. I mean, they're done, but like I definitely need to get them redone. Hold on. Uh-oh. Oh, I did not know I could do this. If I swipe, why y'all ain't tell me I could swipe and then look at my stuff? Um, uh, I first found you on IG and joined the Facebook group. I did a Zoom call with you back in 2020. Oh my gosh, 2021. I do remember you. I do remember you and your husband because this was back when y'all was talking about getting one of those the trailer, right? Because you had me freaking looking at them. Oh, you think they look cute? Thank you. Shout out to the nail salon that did them. I can't even tell you what they call, to be honest. I can't wait to. I'm moving, and I can't wait to find a new nail tech. If anybody who know me know that since I've been out the army, like nails have been my thing. I cannot wait to get a new nail tech. Otherwise, Serena girl, I'll be driving 3 hours to you, just so we clear. But yeah, that was why I stopped the Mighty Networks. But like I said, we got the Instagram broadcast channel. So if any of y'all are interested, bye. I almost called you by your name. Yes, we travel for his job now. We have another baby boy and no longer travel. Thank God. Go girl. I felt that in my spirit. But like now we got the Instagram broadcast channel for people who still might got questions and stuff like that and just want to answer or just want like I don't even know what to put in it. I literally just started the channel. I started the channel by accident and started putting stuff in it and then I realized there was people already in the channel on like Friday, I think it was. And so like I think I made my first post today. So you didn't miss anything. If you go to my Instagram at THEE Money Plug, you could join the broadcast channel. I don't mind. Ask questions and stuff. I'll be posting prompts every couple of days just to see what kind of questions y'all got. I can answer them for y'all. You can always feel free to DM me on Instagram. I do not look at my TikTok DMs because y'all weird. But you can DM me on Instagram or shoot me an email. TikTok, y'all don't get to see the cute little banner that I have rolling at the bottom on like Instagram and YouTube and stuff. But my email address is Markia B, so Markia, the letter B, at themoneyplug.co. Personal opinion on Navy Federal. So my personal opinion on Navy Federal is that it's overhyped. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Y'all be committing fraud trying to get into it, not realizing that there are other credit unions that you could like. Not you specifically. You're good. But y'all be trying to commit fraud to get into Navy Federal, and it's actually not the best credit union out there, right? I'm pro credit union in general, but I am extremely biased. Please understand this. I am extremely biased. Credit unions are community focused. Um, so I just feel like they got more skin in the game when it comes to how they treat their customers, or their members, or what they call it, and things like that. Um, no, for real. If you're not military, you don't need Navy Federal. I'm gonna be 1,000% honest with you. And even if you're military, you don't really need Navy Federal if you have a better local credit union. I think they just have a better marketing strategy. 100%, I believe that it just boils down to their marketing strategy and that exclusivity piece of only being available for the nation's greatest warriors, right? I feel like that's what makes everybody want to join it. And there are other amazing local to you credit unions that you could be a part of. You like USAA? All right, now I have USAA. I've had USAA since I first joined the army back in 2010. And and I mean not love. What? I've had them since 2010. I've had a little bit of all of their products. I've had a credit card, savings account. I've done car insurance, renter's insurance. I've done personal property insurance. Um, I mean, I've used a lot of their stuff. The only issue I've ever had is their car insurance isn't always the cheapest. um, and their debit cards. I don't know what it is about USAA, but they love embarrassing me at the most inopportune times. I went to Mexico with my sister last year for my birthday. Card was not working. No matter where I went, my card was just not working. I would call USAA and be like, "Yo, like I'm out the country. Y'all told me I didn't have to put a travel advisory in. Card not working." I had to like put money in my wallet through Apple Pay, and that's how I was paying for everything while I was in Mexico. Like it was so ghetto. And then like when I go to Target, let me tell y'all. So a couple weeks ago, I'm in Target, balling out of control. I got like $200 worth of shit that this lady done scammed for me, and I go to swipe my card and it's not working. Well, no, I went to tap first and it wasn't working. So I was like, and I tapped again and it's not working. I said, "Oh, hold on, I got my card." So I put my card in there and it still was not working. And I'm like, bro. So I say out loud, like, "Oh, bitch, I know I'm not broke." So the lady was like, "Oh, well, maybe you can just take your stuff and step to the side." And I was like, "I think the fuck not." I was so mad. Cause like low key, I felt like she was trying to call me broke or something. And bitch, I got money. I was mad. I was just mad. And it wasn't her fault. So I just put the money in my wallet and paid like that. But like, and I get that it's like a fraud protection or whatever. But I go to this Target often. I spend like that amount in Target often. Don't judge me. I don't go there no more because like boycott or whatever. But I was just so embarrassed and so irritated. And it happens at the worst times. Like so many times I'll be scared to swipe my card, not because I don't think I got no money, but because I'm scared that they're gonna embarrass me as if I don't have no money. So now I make it a habit to walk around with money on my Apple Pay so that it don't happen. Or if it do happen, I can just hurry up and recover with my Apple Pay. Like it's so crazy. But that's been my beef lately with USAA. And it wasn't until I started shopping for another bank, because I was like, I'm gonna move my stuff to another bank, blah blah blah, that I realized like, oh, maybe it's ghetto out in the streets. I'll stay over here. So USAA get my love back. Same, they did that to us before when we was traveling. Every time we moved, states had issues. Oh my God, when I first moved to California, so for those of y'all who don't know, I live in LA. When I first moved to California, I went through like 3 debit cards. Every debit card that they sent me would just not work nowhere. I don't know what the hell was going on. It would just not work nowhere. But I'm sorry. A lot of stuff that y'all deal with y'all banks, I could never. I could never. Biggest thing I don't like is there's no local branch when I need a new card. We gotta overnight it. Yeah, but what I will say is they waive that fee for me every time. Every time they waive that fee because they know they wrong for that. They know they wrong for not having no branches. So I get that fee waived. But I also did learn to like have a local bank account or like a big bank account. I don't keep no money in it, but I just keep a bank account that I can Zelle money to in the event that I either don't have my USAA card or like I need like something and I need to like cash or whatever the crap. But so I have a Chase account and I got Chase because I have Chase for my business for the money plug. And I've had an amazing experience for Chase with business. Before Chase, I had Truist. Mm. Mm. Won't ever do that again. We bank with USA and I want to find a credit union to switch to. I wouldn't even say, oh, wait, I'm going backwards. I wouldn't even say switch. I would just say open up another bank account. You don't even got to switch. The back of my debit card is peeling and I need a new card. But I'm like, oh, they'll wait for a new one. They're going to send you a new one, but you can do this new one with like the same card number. Tell them to send you one like that. Never had those issues. Been with USAA for over 20 years. And I just started having these issues. I think it's out here. I'm not even going to hold you. Because I ain't started having these problems, so I came out here. I think it's California. Don't trip. Coming back to the East Coast, baby. You ain't got to tell me nothing. But I am moving back to the East Coast. I love the West Coast. LA has been amazing for me for my career, both as the money plug and like Markia's career. Because Markia Calvin got a job, y'all. I don't know if y'all know, but Calvin got a job or whatever. So, well, for now. Let me say that. Girl, knock on wood. Calvin, hey Brandy. That's so funny because Dustin just waved at me in my inbox earlier when I said, hey cousins. I don't see how you lived in LA. Let me tell y'all something. LA has been such an experience for me. Oh, LA has been such an experience. Financially, emotionally, um, and racially. I know that's so crazy to say that. Everybody always thinks that LA is like such this melting pot and everybody is so accepting and blah blah blah. And I was one of those people when I first moved here too. That is a lie. The lie detector has determined these people have been lying to us. I'm thinking about moving next spring, but my credit looks a mess. If you got 12 to 14 months, then you got time to turn that around. If you got a year, like from today, you have time to fix that. You definitely drop me some more questions about your situation specifically. Don't like name numbers or nothing, but like tell me about some issues you having or like ask me some questions so I can help you out. But you got enough time to get it together before it's time for you to start applying to places. Do you still have your letters for the credit disputing, etc.? I do. I don't sell them anymore. Mainly because, and I'm gonna be real with y'all, the bureaus is tired of y'all in these fucking templates. Like, there's no other way to say it. The bureaus is tired of y'all in these fucking templates. It's to the point where like, if you didn't even feel like it could possibly be a template, they're kicking letters back. Like they're saying no. So really, whenever I work with clients, we'll write one up like together instead of using a template. Like I took them down off the website. I don't sell them anymore. I don't even give them out, like nothing. Because they are so tired of y'all just sending in letters to be sending in letters. I actually worked on a video that I'll be posting this week talking about getting marked as frivolous disputes. Like, what's a frivolous dispute? I brought it up. I don't know if it was in a video or on my story or something, but I was talking about how if you be sending in these random ass, this is why it's so important. A lot of people think, oh, it don't hurt. I'm gonna just send in all these letters. I have no idea what they say or what's gonna happen, but I just need to fix my credit. And the girl on TikTok said, like, that's usually how the conversation goes. Somebody on TikTok said, I can send this in and get all this stuff taken off. It's usually a lie. So y'all send these letters in, and then the credit bureaus process your letters, and they realize this is bullshit. This is bullshit. And so what they'll do is they'll flag the dispute as frivolous, which means like you're not like, don't take this seriously. We're not going to process this. You're just wasting our time and resources. When that happens, they're not going to process your dispute unless you can prove to them that this is not a frivolous dispute. You have to have like concrete evidence that like they did something wrong. And they'll notify you. They'll send you a little cute little letter saying, hey, we got your letter, but it was bullshit, just so we clear. So like, unless you can show me why this is not bullshit and why I should take this seriously, we're not going to process your dispute. And that's literally how it goes. And that's what happens with a lot of you people. But then the problem is I seen one girl where like the credit expert told her to change her address to a PO box. And then so like her letters were going to the PO box that the credit person was supposed to check. So when they sent her the frivolous letter, the credit person never said anything. It was just a whole mess. It was a whole mess. But it's not worth it. And that's another reason why I just don't even give out the templates anymore, because I don't want you to get marked as somebody who's consistently sends in frivolous disputes, because then they're not going to take any of your situations seriously. And it's going to be harder and harder for you to get past that first barrier of like, yeah, nah, I don't know where to start. Well, what's wrong with your credit? Like, when people tell me they got bad credit, a lot of times they don't have bad credit. They're just looking at the numbers, and you guys are so obsessed with the numbers. Stop looking at your credit score. I'll be 100% honest with you. If you are somebody who needs to fix their credit, stop looking at your credit score. Like, look at your credit report. Your credit score is based off of the information that's reporting to your report. So if you stop looking at the number and focus on the information itself, then that will be what boosts your score. But I think a lot of times people will hyper focus on the score, and then that's very daunting trying to come from behind that. But if you look at your credit report, it'll tell you exactly what's wrong. It'll tell you exactly where to start. So, for example, let's say you got a low score, but you also don't got no credit cards, don't got no loans. It's like an old phone bill or something that you owed these people money a couple years ago. Well, that's your problem right there. You ain't got no credit. So they don't know how to rate you as far as like whether or not you pay your bills, because the one account you do got is in collections. That's your problem right there. Get some more credit. Right? So, like, if you look at your report, it'll tell you all the things you need to know as long as you know how to read it. I'm from New York and I couldn't live there either. Child to get so don't get me wrong, LA is beautiful. I've been to some amazing places here. I've been to Mexico twice. Um, but it is so expensive out here. I'll never forget when my sisters came out here for the summer. Two of my sisters came out here for the summer, and we went to McDonald's. No, we went to McDonald's. And like we ordered the food or whatever, and we go to pay, and I paid for their stuff. And my sister was like, "Ooh, girl, thank you," because I don't know what's going on, but I have never, my sister paid attention to like, I've never paid $22 for this. Like she's one of those. It's so funny. It's my big sister, and so she was like, "I can't believe." She was like, "Because when I'm home and we get breakfast, it's usually $14. Why is it 22 out here?" And I'm like, "It's just more expensive out here. Everything is more expensive out here." I remember when my family first found out like what I pay for rent out here, they gagged. My God. What about inquiries? Is there a way to remove some of those that haven't fallen off yet? Yes and no. So when it comes to inquiries, something you want to know about is the law of permissible purpose. The law of permissible purpose states that in order for a company to check your credit, they need your written consent or expressed consent, which is usually done in the form of an application, right? So when you apply for things and you don't get them, a lot of times your application could just make its way to the shredder. And they might not be able to prove that you actually applied for the thing. And so what people will do is, and you do not do this with the credit bureaus, you go straight to the creditor, like knock it off at the knees. You go to the creditor and you say, "Hey, I recently requested a copy of my credit report. And I noticed that you all are reporting an inquiry from this month, this year. Is Could you give me a copy of the application or the consent that I gave you that to request a copy of my credit?" And that's it. You don't gotta lie and say it wasn't me. I never applied for the, because that's fraud. Don't do that. I hate when they be telling y'all to lie about shit. You ain't gotta lie. You just ask them for it. And if they cannot provide you that evidence, then you can say, "Unfortunately for you, without that, you can't prove that I gave you consent." And this is a violation of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, because without that proof, it looks as though you checked my credit without my consent. Just saying. And a lot of times it'll come right off. But sometimes they'll actually prove it. And if they prove it, you just stuck with it. So what? Inquiries, a lot of y'all will hyper focus on inquiries because you feel like that's the only part of your credit score that you actually have the power to control. But in reality, it's the section that gives you the least amount of points. Like, nobody cares about your inquiries other than they just want to make sure that you're not begging a bunch of different people for stuff. And then, like, there are certain unspoken rules, like Chase has the, what is it, 424? It's like 424. Yeah, if you open, it's either 4 or 524. I gotta look it up. But it's like if you've opened 4 credit cards in the last 24 months, like they'll deny you or something like that. I have to look it up. But like there's those little unspoken rules like that. But nobody really cares about inquiries for the most part, as long as like you're not getting denied for a whole lot of stuff. Um, yeah, they don't really care about that part. Credit utilization is where a lot of y'all be skipping, but that's where y'all need to be focusing, not you specifically, just saying. And that's honestly the easy. I always tell people if you need to bump your score up a little bit quickly and you know you got balances on your credit cards, pay them down. Pay them down before they report to the credit bureaus. That'll get you some points right there. What other questions y'all got for me? I was actually, let's see. There we go. Not proof. You a child. They'll be making fun of my accent. And you know what? The more I talk to people from back home, or like if I just got off the phone with somebody from back home, it's worse. I need to bump my score a lot of bits. Stop. All right, cousin. I've had some success with pay and deletes though. Okay, so that's a good thing. If you have collections, what she was referring to is if you have collections, a lot of times I encourage people to try to negotiate a pay to delete before you just like settle collections. It's best to ask them like, hey, you trying to take this shit off for a couple dollars? The worst thing they can say is no. And even if they do say no, it's not that big of a deal. Is there a way to change your interest rate on your credit card? We have our American Express through USAA. Again, never hurts to ask. All you got to do is ask. If you ask them like, "Yo," you just call and just put it and say, "Hey, I would like to know if it's a possibility that I could lower my interest rate on my credit card, even if it's only temporarily, right?" And just see what they say. Worst thing they can say is no. Worst thing they can say is no. But I would rather you go talk to them and try to work something out as opposed to just not saying anything and stop paying your bills. I actually had to just have this conversation with somebody recently. So I'm real anti debt consolidation loans. Anybody who has followed my content for an extended period of time will know that I'm very anti debt consolidation loans. And one of my biggest pet peeves with debt consolidation loans is that I'll have people who have never missed a payment on their credit cards ever, never missed a payment. But the amount of in debt that they owe has just reached an amount that they just don't feel like they can pay off, and they'll do the debt consolidation loan. But in doing that, they'll tell them like, "Oh, don't pay your credit cards; we'll take care of it." And then in the process of them taking care of it, usually what ends up happening is like they start racking up late payments on their credit cards before the cards are closed out. And then like the debts are settled or whatever, and you start your payments. But like in that process, those late payments are killing your credit when you never had that issue before now. Like you get what I'm saying? Like I feel like they're setting you up for failure more than it's helping you because those late payments are a lot harder now to come from behind, other than like the balances that you owe. So now you feel like you got manageable payments on the amount of debt that you owe, but these late payments are costing you a crap ton of points. My friend did that and she had to file bankruptcy. I've seen it a lot. Is oh no, you already answered that because the company went out of business. Wow. That would have pissed me off. That would have pissed me off. Oh, that would have pissed me off. Oof. I just want y'all to know, y'all know I got like Martin Lawrence ears or whatever, and so these headphones hurt my ears if I have them on for too long. What about balance transfers for 0% cards? All right. Now, I love that balance transfers, but here's a caveat to that. We get a lot of cousins who will sign up for new credit cards because they want that 0% introductory APR. And they'll transfer their balances over because they're like, I could pay this down. They don't end up paying it down. And then when it goes from zero to whatever the current like market rate interest rate, right? They end up paying more over time because you didn't pay it off fast enough. I always tell people if you're gonna do a balance transfer because you're trying to capitalize, Jesus Christ, trying to capitalize on those 0% APRs and it's like for a specific amount of time, um, you need to really sit down and do the math before you transfer. You need to make sure that you will be able to pay these balances off before the interest rate is raised back up. That's the only thing. I wonder if the VA loan will let me get a condo. That's the whole floor. I haven't. Let me shut up because I don't know. It's not like I'm trying. I don't buy a house. I work at a bank and I see it every day. People use them and don't pay them back. Yeah, See it all the time as a financial counselor. They let that 0%. And you know what? So I'm working on more credit content because I've been trying to figure out a way to fit this. There's so much transition going on in my life right now. But like I told y'all, Calvin got a job now. So now that Calvin got a job, a lot of stuff had to change with the money plug, and how my business was run. And so in doing that, I've been trying to figure out the way that I can still best serve y'all through content. And I just did a video talking about how I have to edit it now, but I just did a video talking about how y'all get so caught up in the marketing plans of these credit cards, of creators and people who just want the referral bonuses, going into groups and saying, "Oh my God, I love this credit card so much. Like I get this and this and this and this, and I've been here and that and this," and y'all fall for it. Y'all get in these Facebook groups and y'all fall for it, and y'all apply and y'all open these cards when really these people weren't telling you this because it's in your best interest. They just wanted to capitalize off your sign up, especially with Amex. Y'all don't be needing these cards. Y'all just be wanting them. Y'all just be wanting them and have no reason for them. And so for a lot of you, it's actually a hindrance. You'll have way too many credit cards that you're not managing properly, paying annual fees that aren't necessary for benefits that you don't use. Like the ones that really hurt are the balance transfers that are 10K plus and they want an extension after. Yeah, so they try to get that introductory APR extended out so they can get more time. But no, baby, you knew what the clock was. You knew where the clock was at. They knew exactly where that clock was at. Yo, who keeps walking past my door? Oh, they live here. But yeah, I see it all the time. That's what I'm telling you. Like, it's so cool being a financial counselor now because I can say all the things that I didn't want to say to y'all when I was a credit repair specialist. Some of y'all, I would just tell y'all anyway because like y'all needed to hear that shit. But like, as a financial counselor, I can say, bro, do you even need that card? What you gonna spend on it? Tell me now. Why do you need that card? Like I'm real big on anybody who ever seen me around my kids, I got kids. Anybody who ever seen me around my kids, and it's not a lot of y'all know I do this thing where like my kids have to convince me. Like if my answer is no, don't keep asking me if you want me to change my answer. You just gotta have a good argument. And so when I'm talking to clients and they'll be like, "Well, I'm thinking about getting a new credit card." Why? What's wrong with the credit card you got? Why is this credit card going to improve your situation? And like you better have a damn good reason. And a lot of times they don't. And they realize that they don't after I ask them that. Nobody asks them that. You get in your little group chat with your homegirls and you be like, bitch, she said that I can get this card quick if I apply 2 a.m. on a Tuesday wearing one sock while it's snowing outside. So you do it and you get the card because nobody told you not to, or nobody challenged your thought process in signing up for that card. And now you got a card that you don't use. Or you got a card that you ran up and can't pay off. It made no sense to me. Navy Fed didn't want to do shit for us. USAA, we got so many services with them. I hate that. I hate that you had that experience. A lot of people be telling me it'd be the opposite. I'm not a Navy Federal fan. I'm a credit union fan. I had a bad personal experience with Navy Federal. So, but I'm still gonna root for y'all. Like, you know. No, for real, they be swearing. Like, I know y'all have seen the videos where people be like, um, oh, here's the hack. They don't want you to know. If you apply for Navy Federal on Wednesdays at midnight, um, like while it's snowing outside, you got a better chance at being approved as opposed to if you apply during the day. I ain't gonna pop y'all bubble. That's what y'all think work. Do that shit. If that's what's gonna work for you, boo, do that shit. But please make sure that you need these cards. Please make sure that this is gonna fit. Like a lot of people will make financial decisions based on the financial decisions of other people around them, not taking into account their own goals and the things that they were working towards. They just be like, oh, such and such said this was easy to get, so I'm gonna just get it. But you didn't even take a second to think about your financial goals and what this would do for you, what this would look like for you. I heard bad about both. What? Navy Federal did us dirty too. They didn't want to give us a business account, but let no vets get one. What? You know, I have not heard nice things about veterans who bank with their business through Navy Federal. Again, I use Chase, If anybody from Chase ever see this video, just know I love y'all down, baby. Love you down. They did my husband so dirty. Really? Y'all know who will always have beef with me, and it's not even a fault for real. And if you in the military or military adjacent, then you know Citibank. They will always have to shoot me a fade. They will always have to shoot me a fade. And if you military or military adjacent and your spouse ever talk to you about that government travel card, you know. This is why I always explain the benefits of my card my clients call in about. Like, you know what? And it's not even just about the benefits. I think the big thing be like, I don't think people need to know just about the benefits. I think that people need to know about the cons of these credit cards. Of course, they're only going to see the benefits in the commercials and in these groups where some of these creators are being paid to talk about these cards. But like, I think we need to have more conversations about the downsides. We need to start talking about these annual fees that y'all keep leaving out of these little 60 and 90-second reels talking about how amazing your credit card is. I think we need to start talking about the customer service with the bank that you're talking about. I think we need to start talking about those things because the points and all that stuff sound cute, the miles sound cute, but at the end of the day, if you're not using if you can't afford to pay it back, if you're not using the benefits, if you can't afford the annual fee, like, is it worth it? My hubby used to be stressed out about that government car. Okay, DTS and government travel car are a scam. Ooh, or a scam. Oof. I will not like one day we're gonna do like a I survived. Y'all remember that old docu series I survived, and we're gonna talk about this government travel card shit. Cause who child the ghetto. Let me see. We still have a joint account with them with 19 cents in it. We haven't used it in like 4 years. I had a savings account with Navy Federal that I had like the little introductory $5 in for a really long time, and they sent me a cute little check with my $5 and was like, "Yeah, thanks, but no thanks." They said thanks, but no thanks. What if a company doesn't offer or agree to a pay to delete, just a settlement? So they don't have to, right? I know a lot of the videos will have you thinking like, this is something that they have to do, but they don't have to agree to a pay to delete. This is just something that is an option for them because, and it only becomes an option if it is in collections with a debt collector, and that will not remove the original reporting. So let me explain that a little bit more. When you have a debt that goes into collections, you will have the original account that was reporting. So it's the credit card, right? So you'll have the original account that was reporting up under Capital One. And then if it goes to collections and it's transferred to a debt management company or a debt collection company, that company will likely pop up in your collections, right? And that costs you even more points than the charged off account gave you, right? Let's say you negotiate a pay to delete successfully and you pay it and they remove it. It will only remove the collection reporting. It will not remove the original account reporting with Capital One and all the payment history and all those things. So likely if Capital One is the one telling you that they don't do a pay to delete, it's because that debt is still with the original creditor. What I will say about Capital One is they are a second chance lender. So if you pay them off, you wait a couple of months and like your credit starts improving and stuff like that, you can go back to Capital One. I've seen it myself. The Apple Card, F them for real. I paid off the card, then 3 weeks later got charged 200% interest, $200 interest. It's all about when. A lot of people will get cards and they think that things have to be paid off by the payment due date. That's not when it should be paid off if you're looking to avoid interest. It should be paid off before the end of the statement or the end of the billing cycle. That's what you need to be paying attention to. If you ever look at your bill, you'll see several dates on it. It'll say like, this is your billing cycle. This is when this billing cycle closed, and this is the cycle that this statement is for, right? Um, you always want to pay down your balance as much as you can, if not all the way, before the end of that billing cycle, so that when they report your balance, it'll be a $0 balance. There is no interest to charge you. That's how that works. You don't want to look at the pay by date. You want to look at the statement date. Like, when does your statement come out? You want to pay that shit before your statement comes out. JetBlue travel card? What? You know, I don't think I've ever flown JetBlue. I don't know why y'all be complaining about Spirit. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all now. Y'all financial counselor's favorite financial counselor. Love her some Spirit if I'm going short distances. Um, if I'm not going short distances or if I want like direct, then I'll do American. I was a United girl until them doors start coming off them fucking planes. Cause you know I'm 6 feet tall, baby. I be wanting them emergency exits if I'm not gonna upgrade the business. And I'm so scared that door was gonna come off while I was sitting right there. I gotta explain that every day. It's really a positive conversation, but I hate that more people don't know. Yeah, but it's intentional, right? It's intentional. They want to like overwhelm you with how amazing their products is and how awesome. It's just like medicine commercials. They don't be singing and dancing and stuff, saying the part about the side effects. Like they be singing and dancing and singing the praises of like metformin or whatever, and then quietly, like a little while later, and super super fast, so you can't really hear it. They be like, please notify your doctor if your eyeballs fall out and your stomach come out your butt and your heart stop beating and your brain goes liquid. Like, you get what I'm saying? Not exactly that, but yeah. I paid the $200 I owed on it and got charged the same amount for interest. That's, do you know how mad I would have been? I would have been furious. If they do say the side effects is speed talking times 10, okay? That's how I be listening to my audiobooks. So somebody asked me because it was a, so for those of y'all who don't know, on my Instagram stories, I post like every week, or I try to, like my streak, because I'm on a reading streak. I'm on like 160 weeks on Kindle. I try to read at least one book a week. Um, but I'm on 160 weeks straight, and so I missed a couple weeks. Hey girl, I missed a couple weeks, and then I posted yesterday. And I was like, I went from like reading 8 books to reading 18 books. And somebody was like, bitch, are you eating the books? And I was like, no, I just listened to them times three because they be talking a little bit too slow. I don't know if y'all know this hack, right? So when it comes to books that I'm reading, like right now, I'll actually really show y'all this book. If you are a Black woman, I highly recommend that you read this book. Oh, let me put this here so both of y'all can see it. I got two cameras up. That's why I keep looking back and forth. So this book is by Dr. Lakeisha Hallman. I went to her book signing with Tabitha Brown. Where have I been? On Instagram, girl, and YouTube. That's where I've been at, not TikTok. But I love this book and I'm reading it right now. But like I do this thing where I read and listen to the audiobook at the same time. And I got into it from Alex Hormozy. I heard him talking about it. I think it was him. And I heard him talking about it and I was like, I'm gonna give it a try. And now I'm obsessed with it. And so like I'll listen to the audiobook as I'm reading and kind of immerse myself in it. But girl, the authors be reading too slow for me. I be having that shit on like times five. It feel like, okay, I need to follow you over there. Yeah, you do, girl. Come on to the other side. Everybody on TikTok, I love y'all down on TikTok, but I don't post on TikTok no more. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. They've done me dirty one too many times, and I just don't got the patience for it. So I'm primarily like I've been trying to monetize this damn YouTube channel, which is why I'm trying to get back to the weekly lives. But I'm on YouTube. I'm active on there. I'm really active on Instagram. That's where I'm the most active, especially like on my stories, DMs, and stuff like that. Whew. Thank you, Chavez. He said, "Sheesh, you are gorgeous." M is. Let me ask y'all. Okay, my username is the Money Plug. THEE Money Plug. I go to your bad credit bootcamp videos all the time. You know what? Why I was thinking about redoing them. You know what? Whoever you is, you make me want to do it again. We running that shit back, but I'm doing that shit. We definitely running that shit back. Why the hell I was just looking at? I wish y'all could have. Y'all know I'm moving, right? So I'm packing stuff up, and I went and I found some of my old promo stuff from the Bad Credit Bootcamp. I'm running that shit back. Whoever you is, shout out to you, girl, because this was the sign I was asking God for. This was the sign I was asking God for. Y'all want my other phone? Hold on, let me grab my laptop so I can make the note. Cause girl, what? Hey, hey, hey! I'm about to make the note right now. Not even playing. Let's redo the Bad Credit Bootcamp. We definitely gonna do it. And I'm thinking, look. I don't know if you're still on here, Chavez. Actually, I think he can hear me upstairs. He said Chavez trying to get dot 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 again. Watch him before y'all end up with the sixth one. And no, we ain't. Cause guess who snipped? Hmm. I'm not playing that. I got all the young soldiers to watch pre-deployment before they spend all their money on Hellcats. Listen, you know I do not necessarily workshops, but you know how y'all do SARS time training. I do start time training for troops. So like if you ever want me to talk to your squad or whatever, like y'all set up the Zoom, I show up. It ain't shit. All I need is something like a little memorandum for record saying I did it. Oh my god. I haven't seen you in a while. When the heck did you cut your hair? All right, can we confront this? Can we confront this for a second? Cause I've been getting so many questions of people asking me, like, girls, you going through something? Everybody has been asking me like what's going on with my hair. Honestly, it's been a while since I've been live. So you ain't missed nothing. This is my first live in a really long time because my internet suck at this house. Um I'm not going through nothing. I cut my hair because it was just too much hair. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like it was down to my hair was like down to like right here. Oh thank you. Oh girl, I need a haircut, but I'm glad you like this little something something. And like I don't know, I woke up one day and you know how you just feel like it's time for a change. I feel like I'm in a completely different space mentally. Y'all know I heart to like therapy and doing the shadow work and all that stuff. Everybody who's doing that, but like I don't know, I just felt like I was in a different place and like I felt like the locks didn't fit me anymore. And I was always told that if you ever get to a point where you feel like your locks like aren't a part of you anymore, that's when it's time to cut them. And so I did. I cut them all off. I had a regular for a little bit. I've been learning barbershop lingo. Girl, I got in that shit and that man was like, "What kind of haircut you want?" And I was like, a haircut." Look up the bullet journal. Really? A bullet journal? I really need to look that up. Yes, my hair felt like it was weighing me down. I chopped mine on my shoulder in November. I was just saying the other day, I haven't seen you in a while. I need your help. What's wrong? Come on, we doing a live Q&A. Don't worry, I'm about to start being way more live once I move. Hopefully my internet is way better than what I had here. If Spectrum looking at this, get your shit together, by the way. But yeah, I don't know. I had a regular for a while, but I've been super busy because, like I told y'all, I got a job now. So like I'm working early in the morning and then like doing money plug stuff in the evening. I just have not had time to get my hair cut. And I go all the way across town to get my hair cut at the Rich Barbershop. Ain't that what it's called? I think it's called the Rich Barbershop. No bullshit. I just know it's over there by Beverly Hills, and that's a long drive. Hair held on to so much negativity for me, and I wanted to get rid of that before the new year. Yeah, I cut my hair in August, I believe. Did I ever move to number 5 guard, please? Okay, I didn't know those numbers and stuff. I learned that stuff. I learned that stuff. I'm learning. I tell them wavelength. I don't know what number that is, but I heard somebody say it when I was in the barbershop, and so then I started saying it. I started saying it. Um, are you moving to another state or just new home? I'm moving back to the East Coast. So right now I live in LA. I'm coming back to the East Coast. I need to get back on Eastern Standard Time. I am so tired of my friends calling me at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm not even going to bullshit you. Like I'm so tired of my friends calling me at 6 o'clock in the damn morning. Like I never realized how much the world really runs on Eastern Standard Time. Until now. Nah, all jokes aside. Um, I just, I was always one of those people who was like, I'm never going home. There's nothing there for me, blah, blah, blah. But I'm at that place in life where I'm finally ready to start putting down some roots. And I couldn't think of a better place to put down roots. You get what I'm saying? Like Baltimore made me. Baltimore has been every great part of me I got from there. It's an amazing place. My family is there. My friends are there. Um, and I just think it's time to go back home. I think it's time to go back home. Girl, let me tell y'all something. They don't have chicken boxes here. They don't got half and half. They call that shit on Arnold Palmer, whoever the fuck he is. And then like they don't have crabs out here, girl. Not how do I mute the host? Not how do I mute the host? No, for real. Like they don't got crabs out here. That nobody put Old Bay seasoning on nothing. I don't know what's going on. Hope you have a peaceful trip back home. Congratulations for your move. Thank you. Like what? They don't got crab chips out here. They don't got the Carolina barbecue uts. They don't have uts at all out here. Somebody called me a hood rat because I was looking for onion pickles the other day. Ciao. What other? Oh, I almost blocked you. I almost blocked you. Not you coming from the best place in Maryland, PG County. Please hang up. Please hang up. Touch grass. Touch grass. Arnold was a golfer. I did not know that. Lexington Market or Northeast Market. Y'all, all right. Y'all don't know this, and I might not look at it, but I'm from West Baltimore, so it's gonna always be Lexington Market. It's gonna always be Lexington Marcus for me. I'm talking. I lived close enough. Like me and Chavez when we were dating. Oh my god, when me and Chavez was dating, when I got pregnant, I would make him. We would walk to Lexington Market like every day. Oh no, I think my phone just died for TikTok. Oh no, I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to come back. I think my phone just died. I didn't even see the warning come up. But what I miss? Oh my god, I cannot wait to go back home and get some of that food. I think that's probably like the number one thing that I've missed being on the West Coast is East Coast food, and then like how close everything is on the East Coast. I think that's been the biggest shock for me being in LA. Everything is so spread out here. In Baltimore, I could walk to all these different things. Like I'm used to stuff like that. So when I was moving to LA, I thought I was gonna have. Well, I mean, in pockets of LA, you still have that like environment, but it just don't feel like Baltimore to me. I know TikTok. I'm like, what the freak? I gotta stop cussing. I think I did it a lot too, and I just realized it. Peekaboo. I just put two books in dash. Peekaboo. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna get TikTok back up and running. Oop, not on the Wi-Fi. You won't cut me off. There we go. Go live. Q. Oh, resume. Okay. There we go. There we go. I don't know. All right, I do know what happened. I was about to lie. My phone had died. That's why I was skipping. It wasn't my Wi-Fi. My phone died. My phone died. My friend always got asked if she was having an episode. Let me tell you something. It irritates me. You know when somebody's from B-more, there's no T in Baltimore. No, for real. You know how many times people ask me, was I ever an extra in The Wire? You know, I will say I had somebody ask me about the corner the other day, and shout out to them because I didn't even know that people knew what the corner was outside of Baltimore. Even though it was a great like show, I don't hear about it often. Baltimore is the best. You a hater. You a hater. You a hater. You a hater. It's fine. If I was you, I would hate on Baltimore too. You from PG County. Of course you hate on Baltimore. All y'all got is what? Wale. Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. The Commanders was killing it this year. So I'll give you that. That on the Capitals is pretty good, but that's more DC than anything. But that's all y'all got. We got everything. We got good food. We got good music. Y'all got that banging on trash cans crap. You know you still one of my faves. I gotta say one of because I say if you my favorite, T gonna pop up and she gonna block me. Okay, but yes, how long have I been live? Oh, almost 4 hours. We got a couple more minutes. Okay, but listen. So I told y'all that like, I really want to do the bad credit boot camp. For those of y'all who wasn't around for that, the bad credit boot camp was some workshops that I did. It was a free, I think it was free workshop that I did where like it was a couple of days and we went from starting from how to read a credit report, how your score is calculated, all the way through to like how to respond to responses from the credit bureaus and how to like make sure that like you maintain good credit. I wonder if I do this like this. Can I do this? No, I don't want to hold this. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Hold on, we gonna figure this out. I just put two boogers on the dash. I hope they don't like mute this because I keep singing that one part from Kendrick Lamar. It's really the only part I know. Don't look at my noodles. Okay. Don't look at my noodles. I don't never eat all my food. Okay. I need to check my credit report. House music is better than go-go music. I don't know who told you that it's not, but it definitely is. Let me move y'all over here too, because I feel really weird looking over there and y'all not over there too. There we go. There we go. Okay. So anyway, back to what I was saying. I really want to redo the bad credit boot camp mainly because I want to get back to doing a lot of my stuff, my old stuff, or like redoing a lot of my old content, just because a lot of things have changed over the years. For example, like that policy where they're not reporting medical debt anymore and all that stuff. First of all, this one is not open. This one has been sitting down here with me for hours. Please get out my face. You was just about to come for my life. This one has been down here for hours and had just been sitting here because I was in Burbank earlier and I had to drive back. Long story. Sure, I miss you. But I want to bring back things like hood niggas need credit too. I want to bring back the hot girl credit coach class. I want to bring back the bad credit boot camp. But all of these things were free to low cost entry, right? Um, for people who just like they just needed a foundation. People who just needed something to start from, so that they could then rebuild and do all the things themselves. Because of the work that I do, I'm trying to figure out because of my job, right? A lot of stuff I just don't have the capacity for anymore. So I can't have a whole bunch of clients anymore. I can't do a whole bunch of like the private sessions and stuff like I used to. So it's like I'm trying to think of like how much credit content can I put out on top of my other content because I talk about more than just credit stuff, but just how much of my content I can get out there that's not in like an overwhelming way, just to have the information out and existing in the world. For those of y'all who are better like readers than you are like watchers, or you just prefer to read shit, you can subscribe to my Substack. I know TikTok, y'all can't see it at the bottom, but on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook, around across the bottom is like a ticker. Actually, I think I can turn y'all around so you can see what at least what it looks like. Don't laugh at me because I don't know how to use this. Okay. Y'all see that little ticker at the bottom? That's what everybody else see on my live. So y'all see Substack right there? That's my newsletter. So themoneyplug.substack.com. You can follow me on all of my other platforms at THEE Moneyplug usually. And I've been just trying to find other ways to kind of reach people. So I got the newsletter, I got the YouTube channel and Instagram and threads and like all the things, but I'm trying not to like burn myself out. So it's like if I redo a lot of my old series, I feel like that'll not only allow me to recreate the content, but it'll allow me to do it in a way that organizes the content as well, because it's like I'm redoing that whole playlist. I'm redoing all of that stuff at one time. So you'll kind of like have somewhere to go for it. DC used to have a rib joint named Johnny Boys. It was good. Ooh, no, DC got trash food. Boo. Boo, DC. Boo, tomatoes. Sorry, I'm sick of that. I mean, I don't, but I do. So yeah, so they're especially because like I told you, I'm trying to monetize this YouTube channel. YouTube is where the money is, and the more I can get, because like I started getting a bonus on Instagram, so make sure y'all engage on my Instagram content. I started getting the bonus on Instagram. Um, I gotta get my followers up on Threads to get it, but like I start my Facebook checks look good. If I can monetize this YouTube, then that allows me to post more content because I'm getting paid to do it, and I don't got to charge y'all for it, kind of thing. One day I can meet and help develop a game plan. I'm going to Philly. Oh, you're not in that direction. You're in the opposite direction. Never mind. I'm going to Philly in March. Shout out to the Black Wealth Rebels, which is a group of three guys whom I respect tremendously. But they are in Philly and they're doing a buy-in. For those of you who are not familiar with a buy-in, it's when they pick a black business, a black-owned business, and we all go and spend money there. But like people are really coming to see like us talk about money and all these other things. But we encourage you all to spend money while you're there to kind of help bolster that black business. So that's going to be coming in March. I'll be at that. But I am looking to do a lot more in-person stuff. Community has been a big thing for me. I'm really trying to get into community building, and I'm just trying to make my community better. Like, look, I'm gonna be real with y'all. My daytime job, I make good money. So I don't this is for fun at this point. So I'm really trying to do it in a way that serves. If I have to do this still, if I'm going to still like sign up and do this, like it has to be community focused. It has to be, if I'm still showing up after day, it has to be because I'm helping the people where I live at, the communities that I'm raising my kids in. And things like that. And the online community is a big part of that. The Money Plug would not be what it is without the people who follow me and consume my content every day. So you guys are a big part of that. And so, I've just been looking into ways to try to really create the community. How do I say this part? Because some people might drop off. Um, I want to build the community while gatekeeping, if that makes sense. Definitely plan on gatekeeping. Not everybody deserves my energy. Let's just say that. Did you see that Lexington Law settled their class action? I got $800 from that bad boy. Yeah, because I got some money back too. I was not what? As soon as they announced uh that the lawsuit, I was where do I sign up? What like right here? You want my name? Okay. I don't think I got a check. I didn't get my check yet. Did I? I don't know, but I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret because you ain't never got too much money to do this. So, a website called Top Class Action Lawsuits or something like that, and I just go in there and I be signing up for lawsuits for stuff that I qualify for. No, 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 no. That was just a joke. The link was just a joke. No, for real. I sign up for stuff that I qualify for, and so like I get these little checks and stuff in the mail randomly. And it'd be like $20 here, $50 there, $130. Like it just be so random. Is your daytime job the reason for your move back? Yes and no. We was already talking about moving back. Like this was a conversation that we've been having for a while, just amongst the family. We just really want to be closer to people who love us. And really, I don't have the job that I took that brought us out here anymore. I quit my job back in January of last year. So like it was really no reason for us to stay in LA other than the fact that we were just already still here. So we were talking about going back home, but I had been saying it and saying it. Y'all not on my private Facebook page, but I had been saying it and saying it and saying it for a while that I wanted to come home. And then all this stuff started happening up on Capitol Hill, and it's like, oh girl, we got to go home now. We got to go home now. Okay. Um, just honestly, just cost of living was the biggest deciding factor for us because I'm gonna let y'all in the group chat a little bit. My rent right now is 43.50 a month, and my rent and at the new house back home is half that. So even if I lose my job financially, we'll be straight because we moved back home. So this was really just kind of hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst in the event that I do end up losing my brand new fucking job that I just got. So we'll see. Yeah, hell no. Okay, and that it just went up recently. It was only four even, but it just went up recently because I refused to re-sign my lease. If the CFPB is closed, how will that affect the credit repair processes for people you think? So here's the thing: the CFPB is more than just the credit repair process. The CFPB is the reason that we got money back when banks scammed us, right? It's the reason that they would catch redlining and unfair lending practices. Like you get what I'm saying? Like it gave power back to the consumer for so much more than credit repair. And I feel like the only benefit that's going to come out of I mean, it's not even a benefit. The only thing that's going to change about the credit repair process, not, oh, you rich, rich, like you not in here paying this rent with me. Get on my face, Chavez. Like, yes, the CF. So for those, listen, I signed up for the CFPB bulletins. I've been signed up to these emails for years now, and that's how I would know all the tea about Equifax getting sued and Capital One getting sued and these mortgage companies not processing loans, right? Like that's where I would get all this information from. Y'all be thinking I got like some insider knowledge. The majority, 99.9% of the knowledge that I have, what you talking about, sis? Something popped up saying they was about to end my life. Um, but like the majority of I can't even remember what I was saying because they was about to shut this shit off. Oh, the majority of the information I have is public knowledge. It comes from different places, emails that I sign up for from different agencies and stuff like that. I think it was a military thing because I don't remember how I got signed up. That's purchase your home 4K. Oh, smart. So fun fact, I do not want to buy a home yet. Um, I don't want to buy a home yet. I'm super anti home owning right now, but not for everybody, just for me. I'm one of those people who like complaining, and pretending like I'm not gonna pay my rent when shit go wrong in here. I like that I don't have to come out of pocket when something go wrong in here. I don't know if I ever told the story of like when we PCS to Fort Bragg, I was about 6 months pregnant. Um, so it was a real Fort Bragg was only like 3 hours away from Fort Jackson, which was where I was, but I was PCSing from Fort Jackson. My husband was coming from Virginia. We finally get all our stuff in the house, get unpacked, but everything is in the garage. Why that first weekend in the house, the hot water tank broke and it was shooting up to the ceiling and then hitting the ground in the garage and then going all the way down the garage. And how I found out was my neighbor was walking past and she saw the water coming out the garage and she knocked on the door. Destroyed so much stuff in my garage. Shout out to renters insurance. If it weren't for USAA's renters insurance, I don't know what I would have did. Because it ruined so much of my stuff. But I didn't have to come out of pocket to fix that hot water tank. You get what I'm saying? Like all I had to do was call who was in charge of the housing at the time? Was it Balfour Beatty? I can't remember, but all I had to do was call a housing office and they came and replaced my hot water tank immediately, right? I didn't have to pay out of pocket for that. My rent was still the same the following month, kind of thing, right? Whereas, like, if I was a homeowner, I would be responsible for that. And I'm just not ready for that level of responsibility. And honestly, I feel like who wants to own I like being able to get up and go. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I love being able to be like, I don't like it here. I'm gonna go sign a lease somewhere else. Goodbye. I love that about me. Love being able to do that. Da, 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 da. Are you still taking new clients? I am not a credit repair specialist. So if that's what you're looking for, no, I'm not taking no more credit clients. Actually, right now I'm not taking any clients. So I actually just started this thing. I'm gonna put y'all on game. So y'all know Lil Russell. Do any of y'all know Lil Russell? Put it in the chat if you know Lil Russell. He's a rapper out here in California, out in Vallejo, and I've been obsessed with his music for a while now. And he started this whole idea of pay what you can, right? Um, and like you submit an offer, and then if he cool with it and accept it, then you get to come to his shows. That's how we do it. And so it's called offer based. And so I started doing offer based financial counseling. So it's pretty much kind of working with people, kind of seeing where they are and what they can afford to give, if anything. And a lot of times it's not a lot. Or like I'll be like, all right, instead of paying me, I want you to donate to an organization of my choice, kind of thing. And I've been kind of testing out that model just for a couple of months now, and it's actually been working really well. I've been enjoying myself. Um, I love it, but I can also, like I told y'all, because of my job, I can't really take on too many clients at one time, which is why I've been trying to push out more content, or I'm about to start pushing out more content to help people now that I can't take on as many clients now. But it's been so fulfilling doing this offer based shit. I don't recommend this for entrepreneurs who aren't making that much money and are heavily reliant on their income. But for me, the money plug more than anything else, and it has always been a passion project. It's not about I mean, I have KPIs honestly, but it's not about that for me, so I didn't mind taking a loss if I had to. But I feel like I've gained so much more in experience, in connections with people, in community. So this has been a really cool experience. But I'm not taking any more clients right this second. I got like a full book right now. Why are people leaving the credit repair business? I left the credit repair business a while ago. If we BNT, because I would only help certain people who I have helped previously, and they would have like issues here and there. I have not done credit repair for a while, and I can't speak for everybody, but I kind of told this story earlier. But I got tired of nobody really want help. They want they want me to put band-aids on bullet holes. You got people who are making piss poor money decisions, and that's why their credit is messed up, but they don't give a fuck about none of that. They just want me to smack a 850 on their credit report so they can go buy a house or buy a car. And they weren't confronting the decisions and the behaviors that got them to that point in the first place. And so I started noticing people having to continuously reach out even after I fixed the problem that they asked me to fix, because they weren't learning the lessons that I was trying to teach them in our sessions. Because if you've ever been a credit repair client of mine, it's a lot more than just me telling you this, this, this. I made my clients meet with me every 30 days. Every 30 to 45 days, we would sit down, we would have a conversation, we would talk about what decisions you have been making with your finances. We would talk about what has changed, what hasn't changed, your mindset. Like we would talk about stuff like that. A lot of people wasn't paying attention. Like I realized that it was just a box to check for them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They would just do that, and then as soon as we got the phone, that shit would go out their ear. They didn't care as long as they were still getting that service. I felt like I was just coming in way too late in the conversation, and so I decided to kind of keep progressing professionally. And I ended up getting my accredited financial counselor certification. I'm also a certified financial education instructor. I actually got that one first. So first I became a certified financial education instructor, and then I became an accredited financial counselor. And so now I have all of those certifications still. I try to keep my certifications up to date, and I try to keep all of them. So I am a board certified credit repair specialist. I am a certified financial education instructor, and I am a accredited financial counselor. Y'all are peons. Your mother hoe. This ain't that kind of channel. I give you what you asking for with this trolling stuff, just so we clear. Child. Anyway, so but yeah, I really I got tired of the caliber of client I was getting. Let me say that. I'm gonna put it like that. I'm gonna be honest. I got tired of the caliber of client I was getting. People was lazy. They didn't want to do anything. Didn't want to change anything. Didn't want to pay anything. And yeah, I'm not trolling. Look it up, sir. Please go home, Roger. Like this ain't that. I don't care what you got to say because I got a feeling what you about to bring up. Oh, here we go, sir. I'm gonna go ahead and ignore you. Put user in timeout. There we go. They were banned and their comments were removed. Y'all know. So for those, hey, Vet. Oh my God, Williams, where have you been? I said that like you disappeared. I literally talk to your wife all the time. That's so funny. How's it going, man? For those of y'all who not military, battle means like people you served with. That's so funny. I was just talking about you the other day. Like literally. I haven't seen you in a minute. Hey, I haven't been live in a while. So you still in the army, yo? Like, bro, you still in the army? For those of y'all who don't know, one of my most watched videos on YouTube is a short, and it's a YouTube short of me talking about how you can't use a 1099 C or whatever to like cancel your own debt. And they still arguing with themselves in the comments. Yes, I am 9 years. Keep going, yo. Keep going. Get to the finish line for the rest of us, yo. Your locks are gone. I cut my hair in August. It's not even supposed to be this long if we being honest. I told you. Oh, he's not even in here, I don't think. I told him you was gonna come in here. One thing about my moderators, I don't even tell nobody when I'm going live. I just be randomly going live and they definitely be here to support. They definitely be here to support. And I only got two. But one of my most popular videos is that 1099 video, and the people who subscribe to that logical fallacy, because that's exactly what it is. They'll try to come on other videos, or when they see me live, they try to pop in and say like little weird stuff. I know. Are you excited? I'm so excited. Look, I got your book. I've been putting it up because I don't want to mess up the jacket, but look how pretty it is. And for those of y'all who wasn't on here, if you are an entrepreneur, I highly, highly, highly recommend you get this book. I'm halfway through this book. I am obsessed. It's all about it's the idea of the village, right? And it's all about how like even the people who think they're self-made, they're not. The idea of being self-made is a lie, right? Everybody needs somebody, everybody needs community. And it's written through the lens of a black woman. She's a black woman entrepreneur. She's actually the creator or the founder of the Village Market down in Atlanta. If you know, you know. So yeah, highly recommend y'all get this book. Is it this not yeah, it's not mine. Mine's is signed. It's upstairs. She signed it for me when I went to her book signing the other day with Tabitha Brown, who is exactly how she is online in real life. I absolutely love her now. How you already halfway and the book club hasn't started, ma'am? This wasn't for the book club. I was just reading this to read this hoe. I was not waiting for no book club. They read too slow for me. We gonna have to read something else for the book club because I couldn't let it sit there. It was just speaking to me. It was like, come on. It was like this. It was like, read me. How could I say no? How could I say no? She do everything with that book. Eat, sleep, everything. Y'all, I'm so bad. So y'all, I don't know if y'all know, but I TikTok don't because like I told y'all I don't really be on here. Y'all gotta get on my Instagram because I'm always on my story. But I got a walking pad in my office that I've been obsessed with. And I'll even show you. Somebody asked me to show them the app too. I'm about to show y'all right now. I got a walking pad that I walk on because I be doing these walking challenges or whatever, kind of inspiring me to get up and moving around and stuff. And I will be on that walking pad with the audio book on. Just, I'm telling you, I be getting it too. So I got this app called the Conqueror app. I'm in a race right now. I did not pay for this because y'all know I am not supporting that stuff, but it's a certain individual author that I used to be obsessed with that I don't want to support anymore. But this app, it tracks me. So y'all know I got my Aura ring, which tracks my activity, my movements, and activity tracker. And then sometimes I'll wear my Apple Watch, but it tracks my steps and stuff. And then like this is the distance. So I'm at 69% done with this race, but I'm like super ahead of the time. And at the end I get a medal. Dang, I think I just packed my medals up. But at the end, like they will mail you like a medal. Like it's heavy too. Like it looked like I was really out here doing some shit. And it's so inspiring and it encourages me to kind of keep going and stuff. I'm sure I'll be 2 days and done. No, for real, this book is so good, girl. I can't wait till you read it. I really can't wait till you read it. How long we been live? Oh my god, we been live for so long. But I missed y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. I have missed going lives. The weekly lives will be coming back. We just not doing them on Fridays no more. I think I'm gonna keep them the Mondays just because it's probably the best day for me in the week. It kind of I can like end it with a challenge and kind of check in with y'all during the week. I don't. For those of y'all who wasn't on here earlier, I have an Instagram broadcast channel. You can reply in the channel. Please join the broadcast channel. My whole thing is if I get enough interest in the broadcast channel, I'll go ahead and open up a group again. I closed the group that we had because I feel like I smell Marc Jacobs Daisy. Sorry, I think my son was in my stuff. Mm, no, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping. I could swear I smelled my Marc, and it's a scent bird, so you know it's only like this big. But anyway, child. Anyway, so but yeah, I forgot what the fuck I was talking about because I thought my son was playing in my Daisy. There's only a little bit left. Hello, I haven't seen you in forever. Love your hair. Thank you. I wish there was a Canadian version of you. I wish it was a Canadian version of me. Do you like hockey? I love hockey. I'm only is that a stereotype if I ask a Canadian person if they like hockey? I really don't mean to be offensive, but the Team USA Canada game is still on my mind, especially because it's a repeat for the championship. Oh, closing the group. Nobody was really active in the group. Only like one or two people was active in the group, and that shit is $1,000 a year, y'all. Like that shit is not cheap. So I've closed it down. I've been on Instagram. Everybody keep asking me where I've been at, and I've been on Instagram. Y'all gotta follow me on Instagram and YouTube. I've been posting more long form content. Girl, you didn't know? So I used to have a Mighty Networks community, and it was I forgot what the hell it was called just that quick, but it used to be called something. And I was trying to like I would use it mainly for workshops. So I would have workshops, and then I would have private communities from the people who were in the workshop for an extended period of time, like 3 to 6 months, to work with the people. But the group also had like a public group chat. Like it was a group chat. I had resources in there. I would post polls and all this stuff. I would not get any activity in there. And so I was like, bro, I am not about to keep. It was time to renew. And I was like, I'm not. Last year, I had a partnership with a nonprofit and they covered the cost of the community. This year, I didn't apply for a partnership or anything like that. And I was like, bro, I'm not paying out of pocket for this. So I closed the community because nobody was using it. It low key took people a couple of weeks before they could figure out that the community was gone. So that's how I knew I wasn't providing the value that I had intended. And so I closed the group. I've been kind of reworking everything. Shout out to Masterclass. I've had my subscription for about 2 years now, and I absolutely love it. I've been watching Alexis Ohanian's masterclass on startups because I'm really thinking about doing this on a bigger level. How do I even say doing it on a bigger level when I've been doing it on a big level? But yeah, like I got high hopes for the money plug and everything. So I've been watching his masterclass. Um, and like how can I rebuild the community in a way that it's actually providing the resources and things that people actually need. It's not me telling y'all what y'all need, but it's me filling the space that exists. My Pepsi right here, girl. The fact that it don't matter when y'all find me, like when y'all follow me, y'all know that I love Pepsi is hilarious. I've been telling everybody you coming home. Girl, I've been telling everybody I'm coming home. Do you hear me? I don't let me tell you, and let me shout out to my village. Like I God, I cannot thank y'all enough. Ern, Dante, Deshawn, Chavez. Do you really count? Yeah, you count. But my mom, my sisters, so many people have been a part of this move and really helping us get it done. I'm talking from going to go look at houses and FaceTiming me so that I can go through them, me asking them a million questions. I didn't already found a barber, a loctician, because y'all know my kids and there's hair lock. I done found a barber, a loctician, a nail tech. I done already found the first couple of places I'm finna go out to eat. Oh my God, Aunt Tahira, I could never ever forget Aunt Tahira. She's the one support that's like been there for us throughout this whole time in LA. But I'm just so excited to come home to the East Coast, girl. I'm taking my black ass back east. I love LA. It's been beautiful. I've done amazing things professionally and personally, but it's no place like home. Dorothy ass had that right. Dorothy ass had that right. I haven't seen you in forever. So glad you're doing well. Oh, thank you. Yes, I am. I'm doing really, really good, actually. I'm really good. I haven't been on. Everybody keeps saying I haven't seen you in a while. I don't get on TikTok. I stopped getting on TikTok a long time ago. I just it was a lot with TikTok. So if y'all hey, follow me on Instagram. I'm on Instagram every single day. Follow me on Instagram and you can follow me on YouTube. I'm trying to monetize that channel. That's why I've been sitting here on live all day. Listen, I would if North Carolina property taxes wasn't so expensive because eventually I want to buy a house. And I loved when I lived in Fayetteville. You couldn't tell me I wasn't going to retire down there. But I just can't with them property taxes, child. That's ghetto. Maryland offers a property tax exemption for 100% disabled veterans. It's a full property tax exemption. So we going home. Yeah, I'm doing credit questions. Come on, what you got, girl? What you got, girl? I'm live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube and TikTok right now. I had to look. I be doing a little bit too much. What questions you got for me? You know what's so crazy? I had it's so funny because I had a list of questions. I still here, let's trade. Thank you. Look at God. That one was hot. It's been sitting for a while. I actually had a whole list of questions. That I had, man, let me go back to my email. So I don't know if y'all noticed, but there was a link that I used to include in my newsletter, and it was an anonymous link that you could go and submit anonymous questions in a Google Doc. And I would just like go through it every so often, and that's how I would create content or write Substacks or whatever. Even just talking about it on my story. So I had like a list of questions, and then like I went in the broadcast channel. I only got one question in there because I just started it, but whatever. But and then like I was asking, I put like a little thing up on my story and people was asking questions on Instagram. Can being behind on child support payments affect your credit? Um, Judgments no longer report on credit reports, right? Like, but it can pop up everywhere else, if that makes sense. So like credit bureaus specifically, you should be good. Like they can't see that. But like it's in a system somewhere. So like LexisNexis is a data aggregator. They collect your information that's available on you from a bunch of different places. That will be information that they collect. But like when you apply for stuff, they shouldn't be able to see it, even if you have a judgment. From my understanding, I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me, but I don't think so. From my understanding, yeah, it was changed and like that kind of stuff can't show. However, comma, that shit can keep you from other things. Like, so like, you know, like how some jobs check your credit, a job could do like your background check and they could see that. But like if you apply for a credit card, they might not see that. I disputed personal information and the bureaus will not change it. I sent proof. What are my options? So I can tell you now, if they are reporting personal information even after you told them to delete it, that means it is tied to an account. So you need to figure out what account it's for. I only know how to do this through Experian, but if you make an Experian account, a free one, and then you go in like you're about to process a dispute, it's a whole bunch of steps you got to go through, and it's going to pull up this big report and blah, blah, blah. I have to find the video on it, but it's called, I have a video on my TikTok. And it's called an enhanced personal information update. I'll redo that video for you tomorrow. Let me write that down actually, so I don't forget. But and then actually, I would need to redo the steps because I haven't done it in like a year now that I think about it. But I'll send you. Do me a favor, send me like a DM on Instagram, not on TikTok, and I'll send you the link to the video as it is. But what it does is it'll pull up your report, but it'll look different. What it will show you is this something called an address identification number. That address identification number for the address or the name or whatever the hell, right? Um, it'll report next to the account that it's tied to. So whatever account is reporting to the credit bureaus for you that has that address, it'll show you so then you can update your contact information with that bureau or like whoever that is reporting that. So send me a DM on Instagram if you have Instagram or email me if you don't. Um and I'll send you the link to the video that's already up, but I need to walk myself back through the steps because it's been about a year or a year and a half since I've done it. Redo the enhanced personal information update. Yeah, but pretty much you're going to use that information to see what account is reporting from with that address or name or whatever, and then you can go straight to them and change it because that's why it keeps reporting. Update video. What other video y'all need me redo? because it's been a while, and I know y'all don't want to scroll. One thing about me as a content consumer, I'm lazy as fuck. I'm not about to keep scrolling. So what other things y'all need me redo? Oh, I already wrote down the They want me redo the bad credit boot camp. Now, if I do this, she not even in here probably. If I redo the bad credit boot camp, y'all better show up. Don't make me do this for free because I ain't gonna. Don't make me do this for nothing because then I ain't gonna do it at all. Like it's gonna be free for y'all. 100% it's gonna be free for y'all. But don't make me do this for nothing. No, Lele, hold on. Let me see. Let me scroll back up. Ba, 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 ba. I might have been writing. Since the person won't make it has our IRS info, can we now stop paying? Girl, no, you can't stop paying your damn taxes. I wish. If I've sent 4 to 5 rounds of disputes with no proof on how it was being verified, what do I do next? What do you mean? Hmm? A verification. Why are you sending 4 or 5 rounds for a verification? I feel like you're using verification and validation interchangeably, but I want to be sure. So, verification and validation is two different things. Verification is when you reach out to the credit bureaus to verify that the information that you are seeing currently on your credit report came from the creditor, right? To make sure that there's no miscommunication between those two. And then once they verify that, you typically move on to a validation process. So are you trying to validate the debt or are you trying to verify the debt? Because you shouldn't have sent 4 or 5 rounds for a verification. And then another thing you got to think about is this. Before you sent that first letter out, had you ever disputed this account previously? What a lot of people don't know, and what a lot of these credit repair experts on social media won't tell y'all is that, oh shoot, you know what's so crazy? I was not looking at Instagram. I'm so sorry. Oh, good. I ain't got no questions, no way. Um, What a lot of them won't tell y'all is that these companies only have to investigate one time unless you provide them with additional information that requires them to conduct a separate investigation, right? So if they've already investigated your account for whatever reason that you submitted to the credit bureaus or whatever the case may be, they do not have to do another one. They don't have to do another one. Excuse me. Y'all did not need to know that. Y'all did not need to know that. The burp, not the stuff I just said. Damn, Lele, I hate that it's like a little delay. Have you ever disputed it before? I hate that it's a little delay. You try to get on camera right quick. Can I like bring people up? I want to ask you ain't got to put your camera on you. We can look at the ceiling or something. Matter of fact, yeah, come on. I still got some time. Who trying to jump on as a guest and ask some questions? But I'm gonna put you down as soon as your questions is answered, or if you being weird. And this is a strictly TikTok thing. Can't nobody else see y'all. No, but response has never been verified. What you mean? Response has never been verified. What you mean? I don't know what that means. Lele, email me. I'm about to write my email address down so you can see it. I want you to email me because I need more information. All right, you ready to screenshot? Not Markia Brown, the financial stallion. More like My Little Pony. I'm screaming. Okay, can you see this? Oh, it's backwards, huh? Shit. Can you screenshot it and then flip it? And it's .co, not .com. And if you talk about my handwriting, you racist. Ain't you like 5'9", 5'10"? Same thing. All right, I want you to screenshot me. I mean, screenshot that Lele and send me an email because I wanna talk. Okay, she got it. I wanna ask you like a bunch of shit that I don't want you to put in here in front of all these people. What other credit questions y'all got though? Because I can answer. I'll answer your email tomorrow. It's not like I'm gonna be sitting in front of the computer for hours tomorrow anyway. I can't invite people. I was going to you know what? I don't know how to work this. You know I'm never on TikTok. How do I? What's this? Oh, this is guests. I can invite guests. But she said no. Oh, she said no. Anyway, I did have questions I was supposed to answer. How do I remove late payments from my credit report? This is such a tricky question. So uh, I'm gonna be real with y'all. These videos that be telling y'all that it's illegal to report late payments or it's super easy to get payments removed. All you gotta do is it's bullshit. 100%. Number one, it is not illegal to report late payments. The part of the law that they usually try to show people to prove that actually has nothing to do with payment history or has nothing to do with late payments at all. Or they only show you the part of the Fair and Accurate Credit Transactions Act where it states that like they're not allowed to report late payments. What they don't tell you is the second part of that is if they do not have proof that they gave you adequate enough time to pay your bill. And what that means is they need to give you, I want to say it's about 23 days. There needs to be 23 days between when your statement comes out and when your payment is due. It's something like that. And if they can't prove that you had your statement date by a specific day, oh, it needs to come out like 23 days before the payment is due. Your statement has to come out, no less than that. And if they can't prove that your statement was available and you had access to it, then they cannot report a late payment if you had a late payment that month. That's what that law is. So it is not illegal to report late payments, right? Now, removing late payments is not as easy as it sounds either because it really relies on you knowing the intricate details of your account. Unless you can prove that you were not in fact late, um, no, it has not been cut for a year. Shut up. You're so overdramatic. It's only been cut since like August. Unless you can prove that you paid on time, really you're at the mercy of the creditor. If they can prove that you did pay in fact late, then they are legally allowed to report it as such. Now you can ask for I see your question. Give me 2 seconds. Jeanette. I think that's your name. I'm sorry. Um you can ask them to like update it as like a gesture of goodwill as long as you have like a good rapport with them and you have a decent credit history. If you can identify an inaccuracy or an error in the way that your payment history is reporting specifically, you could more than likely negotiate that. But unfortunately, with payment history specifically, it's not like other parts of your credit report because it's so easy to prove. One of my credit cards went to collections. What should I do? Well, what do you want to do? That's really kind of what it boils down to. Uh if let's say you have the money to settle it, right? Something that you could do is you could reach out to the creditor or the debt collector and you'll say, "Hey, um, I see that you're reporting a collection on my credit report. If I give you a percentage or all of the money that I owed you, um, do you mind deleting this account from reporting?" Now, it won't remove the original credit card reporting account from whoever you got the credit card from, but what it will do is if they agree and you pay them the money, what will happen is the collection will then come off of your credit and you should be able to recoup some of the points. If they are not willing to do a pay to delete, that's totally their prerogative. Hi, Jelly. Hi. How are you? Um, if they're not willing to do that, then more than likely you'll probably have to settle. If you really just want to get that balance down to zero, you won't really recapture any of the points back, but you will look a lot more reliable to creditors because you have a zero balance. And they don't really care how you get to zero. If you decide you want to do a settlement or you want to pay it in full, that's completely up to you and the creditor, what your goals are, what they're willing to like work with you about. But yeah, it really just depends on what you want to do as far as what you should do. Can your ex-spouse still affect your credit without changing their name back? What you mean? Hmm? Oh, you know what? I actually been getting this question a lot. Um, so when you are married, or if you have been married, it's not automatic that that person affects your credit. The only time it affects your credit is if you sign, and you will literally have to sign paperwork to be like a joint owner or co-owner on an account with them. So if you divorce and that person keeps a joint account that you both had together open, um this means that that more than likely is identity theft. I'm going to be honest with you. This person said that yes, my ex was getting apartments and it was showing up on my credit. That person was committing fraud. They were using your name and social security number on that credit report because even if y'all are married, that should not pop up on your credit report. It doesn't matter that y'all married. Being married is not what merges your finances. It's paperwork that does that. So there needs to be paperwork. If I was you, I would petition the leasing office for the property for copies of the lease and the application and things like that so that you can prove that you are not there with them, and that you had nothing to do with that. So remove yourself from that financial obligation. Hold on, y'all was sending me hella questions. When did you cut your hair? I cut my hair in August. Can you remove addresses that are not your current? Only when they are not tied to openly active reporting, open actively reporting accounts. Da. Girl, I haven't been on TikTok. Like, I just don't do TikTok lately, or for a while now. I've been doing just mainly like Instagram. I've seen you on Facebook though, girl. What other questions y'all got? Oh, you pinned a comment. Hold on, let me go back. I have the Sapphire Reserve, thinking about canceling. I'm not traveling much now. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people will tell you don't cancel credit cards because of the history that's associated with those cards. And like, I get the sentiment, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When y'all have these cards that have an annual fee, when y'all have these cards that are just like collecting dust and you're not doing anything with them, what's the point of keeping them open? I'm real big on, if I don't plan on using this card no more, like for example, I'll give you a real good example. My kids are bigger now. I used to shop at Children's Place. A Children's Place credit card made sense because that's where I would buy most of my kids' stuff. Once they started aging out of that stuff, and let's be real, Children's Place fell off real bad. I closed my card. I could have kept it open just for the history, right? I could have done a lot of things. But because I don't use it anymore, there was no point in me having it. It's consumerism that's going to encourage you to keep it open. Close the damn card. You don't need it. You don't plan on using it. Like, it's not worth it. Um, it's better to close it and just really control your financial ecosystem with things like credit cards are supposed to reward the spending you're already doing, right? Like, the whole point of a credit card was to replace the debit card. It was to reward the spending that you were already doing. Um, so like groceries, gas, things like that. That's why I always tell people, get credit cards for the everyday shit that you spend money on, not the sometimes shit. It needs to be something that you spend money on every single month to justify the cost essentially of that card. So if you recognize that you're not going to be using this card a lot or at all anymore, and you just really have no need for it, close it out. It's not worth it. You can always, like, a credit score is supposed to fluctuate. It's supposed to go up and down, right? So like, yes, your credit score will drop eventually because you're closing this account. However, as long as you're still doing everything else you're supposed to, you'll be able to recoup those points. I want to cancel my cards for real. I only use one. For the most part, I got three. I got three that I just mainly use. One of them gives me like cash back when I like eat out and stuff. I think I get like 3% cash back when I'm eating out. And I don't know if y'all know, but I can't cook. So I eat out whenever I'm not home. Like when I'm out traveling and stuff. You will never catch me at an Airbnb because for what? I don't need a kitchen. Is there a restaurant on the bottom floor? Because I will be there. Like, I'm one of those people. Y'all know I love to travel. So like I get like cash back and shit for like traveling and restaurants and shit like that. And I have one that'll give me cash back for groceries and stuff like that. So gas. But it should reward your everyday spending. Shout out to Capital One and Amex. I already answered that. I ain't got no more questions. Oh, wait, let me go back to this list. I keep forgetting about this list. I try to get books about cooking, but you like, nah, Chavez can have it. No, all right. So one of my goals for 2025 is I want to cook more. It's not that I don't know how to cook. I know how to cook. I could put a meal together. That's not a problem. I don't want to. Like, I'm being 1,000% honest with y'all. I don't want to. It takes so long to cook. Why does everything take so long? Why do I gotta cook things in like 5 different pots and then stir this one, flip this one, like watch this one? What the hell is a simmer? Like, I don't got time for this. Like, if I can't throw everything in my instant pot and cook it like that, I don't want it. Don't give it to me. If I can't just throw it in my air fryer, I don't want it. Don't give it to me. Or give it to Chavez. He'll cook it for me. But I can't do it. I've been trying to convince Chavez to go to culinary school. I want him to so bad. Cause my quality of life will improve. You gonna learn to simmer, ma'am. Yeah, I said, I said I'm gonna cook more this year. And like I'm talking like I want, I'm getting at that age where it's like I'm thinking about the things that I want to pass down to my kids and like Chavez might have like family recipes that he like passed down or whatever, but I ain't got none. And I keep thinking about like what they gonna tell their little boyfriends or dudes when he get his little girlfriend, like what they gonna be telling their significant others about me. Because I think about all the shit I used to tell people about my mother, like what my mother can't do hair, that's why I can't do hair. So then like so now I can just see my kids, what my mother don't cook. I don't cook because my mother didn't cook. I don't want them to say that about me. Yes, sleepovers. Ow, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Not even gonna lie to you. I cannot wait. I keep looking at the clock like, damn, it's only Monday. All right, what's the next question? Y'all keep making me forget about this list. Rasta pasta. What is yo, okay. My sister has talked about Rasta pasta 3 times in the last like 4 days. What the freak is Rasta pasta? Yes, girl. I'm coming to the East Coast. I ain't gonna hold you. Actually, my first meal is not Rasta pasta. My first meal is I'm planning on getting crabs for my birthday. I'm planning on getting crabs for my birthday. And then like, mm, yeah, I'm planning on getting crabs for my birthday. Rasta pasta ain't nothing but Alfredo with a kick. Oh, I'll take it. I'll take it. I found a nice little oyster spot that I'm trying to go to. Like I'm trying to eat all the stuff that they don't have in LA, bro. Everything. Well, I'm actually going to New York um first. Well, not first, but I'm going to New York and I'll probably eat out there first. I'm going to Melba's. I don't know if y'all ever been to Melba's in Harlem. Fire. Fire. They just got a new location in Grand Central Terminal, I believe. So I want to go to Melba's because I'm going to Broadway to go see Denzel. Period. And then I'm doing crabs for my birthday, and then I'm trying to go to DC during the Cherry Blossom Festival. Oh shit! If they do the Cherry Blossom Festival, is that DEI? Because like we got them from Japan. Are they still going to do the Japanese Cherry Blossom Festival? Question mark. I thought you were talking about Melbourne and Baltimore. I was about to say you coming to the east side, girl. Okay, so why when I said this to my sister, mind you, my sister has been to Melba's with me. I took her for her birthday, and I was like, yeah, because do you want to go to New York with me? Because my sister, I always tell my sister to come hijack my trips because I gotta go anyway. She might as well just come with me. So I was like, oh, come on, let's go because we can go to Melba's, and then I can go to Junior's before I go home because she don't like cheesecake, but I do. She was like, you want to go to Melba's, like the 30 and over club? Like, girl, no. I didn't even know that was still open. I'm like, no, the restaurant in Harlem. I want some ASAP yams. I've been dying for some ASAP yams. Let me know when you're planning to come down. I sure will. Denzel Curry, no food. Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington is playing Othello on Broadway. And for those of you who don't know, my intro to theater class, the book that we read was Othello. Let's go to Melba's with the old people. I ain't gonna lie. When I turned 30, I wanted to go and get one of those 30 and over club cards that they used to. This is such a Baltimore thing. This is such a niche thing. But in Baltimore, when you was 30 and over, you would get this card and you would get this 30 and over club card. I don't know if it was a real thing or if this was like a metaphor that they was using for shit. But I swear, like this was a real card and I want one so bad. And they all used to go to Melbourne. All the 30 and over crew used to go to Melbourne. So when I turned 30, I was like, yo, I gotta go in there at least one time. Like just one time. What day we going to candle make? You know what? Mm-hmm. Let me get settled and I'll let you know. I do have my 30 and over card from the radio station. You know what? I need one. I need one and I want one. Everybody thought I was lying when I said that. Oh, y'all know what else I'm planning on doing? And this is so niche too. This video is going like getting viral all of a sudden, like more and more people starting to like it. But there's something in Baltimore called the Great Blacks and Wax Museum. Um, and it's an experience that all if you've ever been from Baltimore, you've been there as a kid. Like it was mandatory, I feel like. Growing up in Baltimore, like you had to go several times in elementary school. And I was talking about my experience on TikTok a couple years ago. And it's starting to go viral again. And my kids have never been. I'm from Baltimore, but my kids was not born and raised in Baltimore. I only got one kid that was born out house. That's it. But like none of my kids like grew up in Baltimore. Um, so this is also kind of like our opportunity to like show them around because Chavez from Baltimore too. So it's like our opportunity to like show them around and like do all the things. So we want to take them to the Great Blacks and Wax Museum. I might not take them in a basement. I don't think they would be ready for something like that. But I would love for them to experience the rest of the museum. I think it's an amazing experience. If you live in the DMV or close by, or you are able to travel, I highly recommend you go. It's it's so crazy because I tell people this all the time and they look at me crazy, but I never realized, hey Ty, I never realized I was black until I left Baltimore. Like I mean, I knew I was black, but I never felt the negative consequence of being black until I left Baltimore. Did you and Chavez meet before the military? I've known Chavez since I was 6. I'm lying. I've known Chavez since I was 7. 7. Yeah. We went to elementary school, middle school together. We was on the debate team for opposite schools. Um, he would not date me when we was younger, like when we was in like elementary school and like middle school. So like I started talking to his best friend. I never realized I was white until I went to Baltimore. I could see that. I could see same for me as well before leaving PG County. Yeah, it wasn't until I joined the army. My very first negative racial experience was I was in my uniform. This is kind of telling my age, but when I first joined the army, we had the greens, and when you traveled, you had to travel in your greens. And so when I was going from basic to AIT, I was walking through the airport, and a white dude spit on me, spit on my dress uniform. It's like back in my day, we didn't have niggers in the army, and it was so sweet. A little Asian man who was eating got up and like everybody's just watching me, waiting to see what I was going to do. Well, Asian man that was eating got up with a napkin and came over, and he just wiped my shirt off. He just wiped. He didn't say anything. He wiped my shirt off, like, and just we walked over. He pulled me over to the little thing, and like the little, you know how they be having like the to go food next to the bar, usually in the airports and stuff. He pulled me over there. He wiped my shirt off. He went like this to the little thing. I grabbed a sandwich and a soda, and he like went like that and went on about his business. I will never forget that. Man did not say not one fucking word to me, but he cleaned me up and made sure I was good to go and got me like made sure I got to my gate. And it was crazy because like right before that, we had got this long lecture about how we was gonna get an Article 15 if we got into any trouble or was arguing with people or was disparaging the army in any way with our negative behavior at the airport. And so I was too scared to say anything to the dude because I'm fresh off 2 Article 15s coming out of basic training. A bitch can't get in trouble no more. Okay, like I was on my last leg. Then it was so crazy because when I got to my AIT or whatever, never forget this. Staff Sergeant Christopher Matthias, greatest man on earth, and I was telling him what happened. All right, not too much on me. Not too much on me. Not too much on me. Okay. Yes, I had 2 Article 15s in basic training. Like, yes, I had 2 Article 15s in basic training. It's not like I'm not that person no more. You know, in basic, how they be giving everybody nicknames and stuff. They used to call me Can't Get Right. They used to call me Can't Get Right. That was my nickname in basic training. So like yeah, but Sergeant Matthias was like, he closed his office door and took his rank off, and he was like, I just want to tell you something. He was like, first of all, he shook my hand. He was like, you are the most disciplined soldier I have ever met. He was like, because if that was me, I'd have whooped his ass from one side of the terminal to the other one. That shit was so fucking funny, yo. Because I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to get in trouble. Girl, yes, they used to literally call me Can't Get Right. I got kicked out of my platoon 3 days before graduation. So I had to like march with third platoon instead of my platoon. That shit. Nah, son, you had to split the block with them stories. No, they threatened me with a recycle. They threatened me with a recycle, and like we was doing the paperwork because they was trying to give me an Article 15. They was trying to give me a third Article 15 because I had cornrows. Um, and my cornrows kind of went like this and it went down. Because at the time I had hit my head and I had like a scar right here, so I couldn't put nothing right there. Um, So they were trying to give me Article 15. I'm screaming. They're trying to give me Article 15 for that. And so to get out of it, I had a very good rapport with the ladies in the other bay. And one of the girls over there was the one that braided my hair. So she braided everybody hair in the bay exactly how I had mine. And all the girls showed up to formation the next day with that same hairstyle. And so they ended up dropping it. So I didn't get recycled. Whew, I'm screaming. It definitely came out. It definitely came out because I heard it. I ain't care. Let me tell y'all something. By hook or by crook, I was getting in somebody's military. I knew, like, I just knew it was going to happen. You know what's so crazy? I noticed my accent coming out more and more because all this is a lie. If her sister bullied me, I'm dead. You still telling that lie? I should block you, Chavez. Now, now, telling people we bullied you. We used to roast the recycles. Yo, that's why I did not want to get recycled. We had a girl who made it all the way through basic training. Now, this is kind of telling my age a little bit. At the end of basic training, you used to be allowed to go to your family, right? And you could spend the night with your family and then come back the next day. About the burp, sorry. Excuse me. And then go back with your family and then like come back the next day and like go to basic. Well, a girl came back from that formation after you come back with your family. Nobody noticed her in the wrong company. They was about to march off and everything over to the buses, and she fucking raised her hand and was like, "This isn't fucking Alpha Company, bro." And she got recycled because she was drunk. Because you're not allowed to drink when you go out with your family. She got out and went drunk, and that was how she got caught. And she had to recycle with us and go all the way back through. And she had 45 and 45. What's your MOS? When I enlisted, my MOS was a 35 Sierra, and then over the years it's changed a couple times. And then finally, when I retired, I was an 88 Mike. Best job in the Army. Woo woo! Best job in the Army. I ain't even gonna hold you. All them little fancy fucking, all them fucking fancy ass jobs I had in the Army, and I've worked military intelligence. I've worked psyops. I think my favorite, my best job was being an 88 Mike. I love being a truck driver. I loved having a regular Army job. You start over when you recycle. Yes, bro. Yes. Yes, when you recycle, you gotta start back from day one. I was not doing that. I'd have did it. I would have did it if they made me. I would have did it. But like, and you know what? My extra duty when I was in basic on my Article 15 was crazy work. Like and first of all, it was South Carolina in the middle of the summer, hottest summer on record, of course, because why the fuck not? And they used to make me carry ice cubes one by one from the corner of the building where they had like the ice thing at to the ice like the little thing they had outside for us to fill up our caramel bags. Wouldn't be no fucking water in my hand, and I would just be doing that for like a good hour and a half. One time the drill sergeant made me go outside with a toothbrush. It was fresh out the pack. It wasn't mine, and he had me scrubbing the sidewalk because it was goose shit on the sidewalk. Another drill sergeant had me trying to put the geese at parade rest. That was fun. Um, Another drill sergeant had me doing push-ups in a puddle. That was cute. I was a 68P. Really? Them 68, y'all got it. You have it. Y'all done seen some shit. I'm telling you, like, basic was just, it was a time. It was a time. I feel like they wasn't hard enough on me because I went to AIT and was cutting up. I went to AIT and was cutting up. I feel like they wasn't hard enough on me. Marine Corps boot camp had sand pits all over the place. I never began to fear sand until I went to Quarry Station down in Pensacola. Yes. Okay. Y'all think I'm joking. Drill Sergeant DeSoto. I wish Angela was on here. Drill Sergeant DeSoto made me go outside and try to put these geese at parade rest. Woo! It's definitely one of the best, like most fun things I've ever done. I don't think I could ever do it again. I don't think I could ever do it again. I remember when I was in AIT, I got caught with a boy in my room. And so I got what was called a significant emotional event. And so it started at like 7 in the morning. 7 in the morning, I had a class A inspection. For those of y'all who are not in the military, it's my full dress uniform, fully pressed, awards on, like jacket. We had the badge caps back then, like all of that. And then at noon, I had to be in my PTs and in the sand pits, and they made me low crawl, high crawl, and 3 to 5 second rush with a plastic weapon, all up and down the volleyball courts. Then I had to run. Then I had to take a shower, change into another set of PTs, and then run. Our 2 mile was down and back the whole length of the base because it's really, really small. So they made me do that. And then Immediately after, I had about 15 minutes to get my room dressed for a SOP inspection. Yes. Like, oh, it was a mess. Oh God. But I tell you what, never got in trouble for that again. He smoked the dog shit out of me. The absolute dog shit out of me. That's what they was called, and I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all not about to play me like I'm crazy. I know what y'all talking. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The little joints, the little things. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what's so funny? I think my mom might still. My mom's like a hoarder. I think she might still have one. I just found out one of my neighbors is in the Air Force, so I'm about to order me an army flag and fly that shit outside my house. Yes, the caps with the extra skin on them. Yes, and then I was so glad when we got like when we started doing the berets and stuff. Oh, I was so glad when we stopped wearing berets all the time. I don't know if you know, but even if you weren't airborne or nothing like that, you just have to walk around with that damn thing on. We call them piss cutters. I'm screaming. I went in 2014. Sheesh. That was when I was getting out the army the first time. Hashtag the first time. I did it twice. I joined the army twice. Fun times, fun times. I didn't get out right the first time, but I got out right the second time. I got in enough trouble in marching band. Ain't no way I was doing military. You know what's so crazy? I was playing around with it. I don't think I was really thinking about joining the military until I accidentally took the ASVAB one time. And then I was only 16 when I took it, but I got a 98. And so they was like, bro, like all the recruiters was looking at me like, and you don't want to join the military? I was like, I mean, I don't mind it. Shouldn't have said that. It was all on my shit. Like the beret for dress, the PC for duty uniform. 15 years in the federal government. Sheesh. I can't wait to be able to say that. Knock on wood. How do you accidentally take the X? Okay, so my school used to give the exam. I was late to school one day. We were supposed to be taking the PSATs that day. I was late to school. Um, and when I told them I was just there for testing, they assumed I was talking about the ASVAB, so they sent me into the cafeteria. And when they sent me into the cafeteria, they shut the door. I was like, "Can't nobody leave?" So I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "This is not the right test." They was like, "Oh, you fine, just take the test." So I took it. And I passed it, but I was only 16, so like they couldn't use my scores. On my 17th birthday, like all of the I'm screaming all of the recruiters had put like little note cards in my locker, like "Happy birthday, here's my card." And I was no shade. I was going to join the Air Force, but the recruiter was never in the office, and I just needed to get out of Baltimore. I felt like if I would stay, I was gonna fall into a lot of the traps a lot of other people fell into. Like I just knew me, and I knew I was gullible, so had to get the fuck up out of there. Not too much from my friend. I'm screaming. I've just noticed my accent coming out more and more the more I talk from to people from back home. Same for me, the Air Force was never there, bro. And so I went in the Army office to steal a pen so I could leave a note for the Air Force recruiter. And he come all like, "Well, since you stole my pen, why don't you, come in here and let me holler at you for a second?" Here go my mother. I sure did go in there too, and they got me. They showed me, you know what they showed me? And it's so funny because when I think about those videos now and how outdated they were, bro, anybody, none of y'all are 35 series, but like I'm talking, they were showing like switchboard shit. Like it was just so outdated. But they showed me all these videos and they went based off, like I was telling them, we told them my old line scores. And so they went based off of that. And I was able to like reserve a job. And then like I had to go retake the test. And then once I passed the test, I got the job. I was in debt for like 3 months till I finished high school. And then like I graduated in May. I left July 7th. You joined for Camaro. Well, I didn't get the Camaro, I can tell you that. I tried with the Air Force too, but my credit was bad. They said make 3 months payments on everything. Like, don't you think if I could, I'd have that credit? No, for real. I'm broke, homie. That's why I'm here. No, for real. No, for real. But I joined when I was 17. I'm talking fresh off the 17. Like, my birthday is in March. I signed my contract in April. That's how sure of it I was. And you couldn't tell me I wasn't going to do 20. I was a lifer. I don't care what nobody say. I was absolutely a lifer. The first time I got out, really nasty divorce. It was a really nasty divorce. My mom was sick, and I was in MACP, which is the Married Army Couples Program. And my ex-husband at the time, we were still technically married, but my ex-husband had got orders or was getting orders, quote unquote, to Hawaii. And I was like, I'm not going that far from my mom, and she has breast cancer. Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So I did a deck statement and got out. And then I was out for a year. The riots had I was living in Baltimore at the time. The riots happened. I got the fuck up out of there. The riots happened in April because I had my daughter that morning in the hospital, and Chavez at the time was in the National Guard, and they got activated, and they came and picked him up from the front of the hospital in a Humvee. That shit was so funny. Um, and then a month later, I got in as a reservist because they weren't taking anybody on active duty who was prior service at the time. And then I waited a year, and then I dropped my active duty packet, and I went active duty after that. I'm in Silver Spring, ill. So it's my ex. I mean, not ill for you, but not ill for you. I take it back. I'm sorry. It's a really nice place. Beautiful gowns. Beautiful gowns. But yeah. And then I ended up getting back in. I did 10, but got caught up with that powder. You ain't the only one, homie. You'd be surprised how many motherfuckers I know that did. You ain't the only one. And then the second time I got out on a medical retirement. I can't wait to leave. It's not for me. Where you from? I was mad sap. Chavez was too. Where you from? Where your grandma stay? I did get my 100, but I had to fight. Same. I got out with 70, and then like I just kept putting in for stuff. Kept putting in for stuff. Now 100%. I know I got my 100% because of the doctor that I had in Germany. And shout out to that man, bro. And let me tell y'all how I got it. I forgot about this appointment, and when I found out at the last second, I didn't change my clothes. I had on like pajamas, and I ran to this appointment, and I had on my shirt that had the 82nd Airborne Division sign on it. And I went in the office, and I was telling the guy, like, I'm telling him all the stuff that was going on or whatever. And like I low key felt like he wasn't paying attention, and he looked up and he did a double take, and he was like, 82nd. I was like, yeah. And he was like, I was in the 82nd back during this war, and da 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 da, and start going on and on and on. Saying you got ED get you 30 off red. I'm not a man. Do women got stuff like that? I don't even know. Yes, I'm 100% total and permanent, or permanent total, whatever one. I'm locked in. Honestly, with the way I was in here limping earlier, if it was an extended scale, I would be on it. I really truly love y'all. We supposed to be on here talking about credit stuff. We talking about the army and shit. I don't know. I'm just saying what I ask people when they apply for jobs. Okay, it was so funny because like, all right, it's not funny, but it's funny. Oh yeah. All right. I don't want to speak that into existence. I'm not gonna speak that into existence, Jelly. But we was having that conversation in that sisters in service group, and this girl pissed me off so freaking bad. It was so funny because I was talking to my homeboy, and we were all joking around. For those of y'all who don't know, y'all know it's real shaky. Uh, it's real shaky right now with like federal employment. And my homeboy was like, "Well, you won't be the first one to go because you was a DI hire." Right? Like just joking around. And I was like, I was a DI hire, but not for the reason you think. It ain't because I'm black, it's because I'm a vet. Let me tell y'all something. I was using the hell out that veterans preference when I was applying for work. No, we definitely need all the prayers. What? Wait, I didn't know that. Shit. Oh, damn it. Damn it. I'm trying to read the messages. Stop moving. Okay, wait, go this way. Okay. I didn't realize you was an assistant in service Facebook group until you commented on my post. Oh, I commented on your post. Yes, me and you conjure like this. I love her. Bro, we not gonna think about fair work. No, for real. Honestly, God got me, bro. I made it through everything else. They will pay for your meds for it, but it alone isn't a claim until it's connected to a spinal injury. I never freaking knew that. I never freaking knew that. That's crazy because people always make that joke about ED. That'd be the first thing they'd be telling people to claim. You couldn't pay me enough to work for the government again. Shit, you shitting me. When I saw that motherfucking total compensation value or whatever, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. You shitting me. Hey. Mm-hmm. Listen, I'm just waiting for this furlough so we can get through this. We're gonna get through it. If we can got through all the other ones, we'll get through this one. But man, oh man, uh I don't even want to say that out loud because I don't know what you mean by that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete this comment, and then I'm gonna ban this user and delete their comments. That was really gross. Let me see. I missed some comments. Mm. Yep, definitely made it through worse. I feel like I should get like a ribbon for making it through during the whole Black Lives Matter thing. Cause that was a fucking time. It was about getting sent to debt collection because of a rental car in Germany. Oh, I do remember that. I do remember. That was recent as fuck. That was recent. I do remember that actually. I should get a medal for dating an Aquarius in Baltimore. If he was an Aries, I'd give you an Olympic gold medal. Because let me tell you, let me make sure he not still on here first before I get to talking trash about Chavez. Let me tell you, Aries from Baltimore? I want my money back. I want my money back. I was out 5 years at the height of BLM. Real quick though, how do I get in the 800s? All right, so it depends, right? It depends on what's keeping you out of the 800s, right? Um it could be stuff like your balances are too high on your credit cards. Maybe you don't have a good mix of credit. So like, do you have like transactional history that shows that you're good at paying loans and credit cards? Um like um how young or how old are the accounts? I was gone until I heard you hating. I'm screaming. And T, and you know what? What Medea say? Make them some grits. Hmm. They sure can, Jelly. They don't do it often, and they usually like wait until they have a reason to, but it get done. That's why I always tell people like, yo, don't lie on your paperwork. You do not have to lie on your paperwork. Like, because when you lie, you got to remember the lie that you told when it comes time for reevaluation. I make tons of money. Only debt is one of my trucks. Credit history is only 9 years, I think. When was the last new account that you opened? Because credit ain't got shit to do with how much you make and everything to do with like how they feel like you are at paying debt off. If you don't have a lot of debt, oh, okay. Well, if you're at a 760, that's different. So like the higher, you got to think about it like a cup with a lid on it, right? Like, oh, so that could be a thing too. That's considered a new line of credit. Once that line of credit ages a little bit, you'll start to recoup some of those points back. But you got to think of your credit score from 0 to 850 like a cylinder with like a lid on it, right? As you're filling it up, right? As you're adding things to your credit report for history, you have less and less space at the top to move around. So when your credit score starts going up and up and up, the higher you go, the less wiggle room you have. So the harder it is for you to kind of like capture some of those points. So a lot of the things that people who at the bottom was doing to really capitalize on a lot of the points that was floating around, You don't have that because you've been doing everything. So really for you, I would just say it's time. It'll come with time as you continue to pay things on time and as your accounts continue to age and shit like that, it'll go up. But honestly, and this is truthfully, okay, text me in the morning, T. Truthfully, like there's nothing you can apply for after a 750 that you'd be denied for, that you can't also get with like a 8 something something, right? Like at that point, it's kind of more cosmetic than anything. So yeah. That's why I always tell people don't focus on the number when it comes to your credit. Don't focus on just the number. Look at your credit report. Hey Noah, I already answered your question. I don't think you were in here, but I was saying that I'm team close the fucking card out, honestly. I know people will tell you to keep it open cuz like, "Oh, it's worth points in history and blah blah blah." But like I don't think you should keep it open long. Yeah, I'm not gonna go too deep into it because I did answer it. So if you want to watch the replay on YouTube when it's over, you totally can. But and that's where this will be. For those of y'all who came in late or whatever, we've been on for like 2 hours. This is actually live streaming also to YouTube. So once the live ends, you'll be able to go back and watch the replay. Oh, okay. Wait, I got some other questions I was supposed to answer. Y'all be distracting shit on me. Um, Is it true that checking your credit hurts your score? Not when you do it. If you check your credit, it's not going to hurt your credit. But if you're applying for a bunch of shit, that can hurt your credit. Simply because you don't need everybody looking at your stuff and it look like you begging. Don't nobody like a beggar. Okay. So yeah. I got a card with a $200 limit on it. Should I even bother using it? Let's see. Sorry, I was checking Instagram. I got a credit card with a $200 limit on it. Should I even bother using it? Absolutely. You're gonna want to use it. What's up, Kamari? I was literally just talking about y'all. I was just talking about y'all earlier in the buy-in. Hey, for those of y'all who was interested in the buy-in, there's a guy in the comments called the Finance Rebel. The buy-in that's happening in Philly. You want to follow him. Oh wait, I see another question. Versus a soft inquiry. Yeah. $200 is wild, but I get it. I'm like at a 660. How quick can my score go up? I'm in the process of paying off the card. Oh, it's not a buy-in? What is it? I know y'all was talking about like we going somewhere and you want people to spend money up there while and like we get to talk, y'all get to talk. I'm really just going to go like signify and support or whatever. The thing that's going on in Philly, ain't it next month? Am I tripping? I might be tripping. Maybe I'm tripping. Hey, a cash mob. That's what it's called. I ain't gonna tell you what I called it before I called it a buy-in. But just know it wasn't that either. It wasn't that either. But yeah, follow him, please. Um, for the person that's at the 660. So that really just depends on you and the rest of your credit. With credit scores, if you need a quick jump, you always look at your credit utilization. That's the one section that you can control month to month. And it's where you will see the most change. You wildin'. I'll go to Philly just for a cheesesteak if I'm feeling like it. I'm not even gonna hold you. I've done it several times. Drove from Baltimore to Philly for a cheesesteak. Um, anyway, I got distracted. If you know that your credit card balances are high, paying those down will allow you to recapture a lot of those points. But if payment history is your issue and you're trying to recapture some of those points, it's going to take you longer to recover from that. They say on average, and this is not an exact like science, but they say it takes about 7 on-time payments to replace one late payment. So you see what I'm saying? It's not going to be that easy to recover. So there's no like one size fits all answer to that question. It's really more so like you got to evaluate there's 5 sections of a credit report that calculates your score, right? There's your payment history, your credit utilization, the mix of accounts, length of credit history, and the new accounts that you're opening up or increase. So you look at those 5 sections based on what's reporting on your credit report, and you'll figure out where you can kind of like scrape some points up. Hot take: the cheesesteak is mad mids. What? Italian beef? A steak and cheese and a cheesesteak are two different things. The fuck is a steak and cheese? What is a steak and cheese? Y'all just be making stuff up in PG County. That's what I be talking about. That's why don't nobody like y'all now. That's why I don't nobody like PG County now because y'all just be making shit up. Don't nobody call that shit a steak and cheese. Nobody. What's the lowest score I've ever seen? 444. I might have seen something lower than that, but that's the one that always stick to me. How you from Maryland and you don't hit and you ain't heard? I ain't never heard of it. Never. PG is a different planet. No, for real. No, it's just high usage. I have 3 cards that are pretty high up, but I make my payments on time. It doesn't matter if you make your payments on time. I mean, no, no, no. Okay, I'll take that back. It do matter, but what I'm saying is like if you're trying to recoup points quickly, it's all about how much you pay. You need to like be aggressive and pay those balances down. Like the more you put towards the balances, the more points you get back. That's 30% of your overall credit score. So the more you pay down, the more points you'll get back. So that's what your problem is right there. You pay all those cards off, your score should go up significantly. I know other people from B More that has heard of it. I've never heard of a steak and cheese. Like when I think of that, I think of like a steak, egg, and cheese bagel at McDonald's. Like that's what I think when I hear steak and cheese. That's what they call it at the carryouts. It's just a greasy, bland Philly you get everywhere. I call it a cheesesteak at the carryout. What is y'all talking about? Am I missing something? Is there new lingo? Like I call it a cheesesteak. At the most, a chopped cheese. At the most, a chopped cheese or a chicken cheesesteak. It's interchangeable. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you making shit up too. But it's so funny because I feel like the more, like, the closer I get to going back home, the more my accent comes out. It's so crazy. What is this? This is not what I thought it was. I used to walk over to Jerry's on the daily. I worked at Howard. Oh wow. Y'all know it's crazy. This is such a Baltimore thing, and I hope somebody from Baltimore watch this and can tell me what the name of the restaurant is. But when I was growing up, my my stepfather's mother lived in Perkins, and on Lombard Street, like you know how you be flying down Lombard Street coming east or west, and that like when you come down Central and it turns a little bit, there was a deli that was right there, like a little spot. Everybody used to go here and get their corned beef sandwiches. I know it's closed now. I don't know what the hell is there because I haven't been to that part of Baltimore in a while. But I cannot think of what it's called. I just know it started with an L. That's all I know. They have the best sandwiches in the city. I don't care what nobody said. Parks got the best fried chicken. Shout out to them because they're not even in Lexington Market no more. Who else? R.I.P. Nacho Mamas, even though they was racist. You ever been to Cats? I want to say yes, I have actually. But I think I've only been there like once. And it was on some touristy shit. In New York. I was talking about New York earlier because I'm trying to go to Melba's and I want to go to Junior's. Melba's got a new location in Grand Central, so I'm trying to see if it's as good as the one in Harlem. What else? What else? That pastrami is life changing. I had never had pastrami until I got there. Because I let the people I was with like order for me. I never had pastrami before. That shit actually fire. I'm not even, I'm not gonna hold you. It's just actually fire. Are secure credit cards a scam? So no, secure credit cards are not a scam. I don't even know. I'm not sure why you feel like that. Secure credit cards are just like regular credit cards. It's just that you have to put a deposit down to spend that money. And likely your credit limit is whatever you manage to put down for the security deposit. And really, it's just because they can't really trust you all the way. So this is their way of giving you an opportunity. Like this is their way of like giving you a chance to show them what you made of, kind of shit, like a tryout, I guess you could say. And if you do well, they'll either graduate your card to unsecured and refund your deposit, or they'll give you like an offer for a different card because maybe they can't graduate that one specifically. But like secure credit cards are not a scam. I don't know who told y'all that or why you feel that way. If I pay off a collection, will my score go up? Not necessarily, and that's what an asterisk on it. We talked about this a little bit earlier, but with collections, really the goal is to try to get it removed. even if you have to like do a pay to delete or whatever, it's not always about disputing it. Some companies actually have it in their company policy that once it's paid in full, they will remove it. It really just depends on the company that you're working with. But the only way to really recuperate those points really is to get the collection removed. Hey sis, who governs over lending companies? What do you mean govern? What do you mean govern? Like there are several agencies who oversee like banks that oversee banks. There's agencies that oversee credit unions. Like there's a lot of pieces that play the role of like paying attention to what lending companies are doing, including the CFPB, but it's not just exclusive to them. So yeah, there's no like big brother. It's more like a system of brothers, if that makes sense. Who makes sure they are in compliance? Again, there's several agencies that kind of like work together, if that makes sense. How long after a year of missed payments does it take to bounce back and increase your credit? Um, Wait, I can't see. Hold on, hold on. I can't see because I had the comments up. But I saw that. Thank you. State regulators and the Fed. So somebody said state regulators and the Fed. Okay, so that's why they asking. Okay, so I wish you would have started with this question before asking me that. So thank you for the hat and mustache. That was funny. Um, if a car loan was put into your name illegally, what you want to do is that you want to get a copy of the loan document. Since your name is on them, if you request them, they have to give them to you, right? So, like, request a copy of the loan documents showing your name and signature. Ask them for a copy of the proof of identification that was used when the application was submitted or when the contract was signed, because you do have to give them your driver's license so that they can make a copy of it. Um, and yeah. Oh, what's the dolphin? See, I got the comments up, so I didn't know that y'all was sending shit. So like I couldn't see it. Um, what you want to do is you want to get all those documents together so that you can prove that it wasn't you. When you have all of your documents together, number one, you're going to need to file a police report because that is identity theft. Somebody stole your identity to conduct this thing, and then you're going to take that police report. And with that police report, you can then I'll actually, there's a whole, I'm actually going, oh, I can't put that in the comments like that because you're not going to be able to click on it. Email me. I'm going to put my email address in the comments. I'm going to send you, there's actually a website that has all the, because there's several complaints that you'll need to make. So there's a website that'll kind of, it's a government website. So you don't got to worry about like, is this a scam? For like cases of identity theft and all this other stuff. And it'll like walk you through that process. So send me an email. I don't know what the dolphin is. I'm just sending stuff. Why are you woke? Oh, you just got off work. It's 8 o'clock where I'm at. You just got off work. How long after a year of missed payments does it take to bounce back and increase your credit? I remember saying it. I can't really give you a timetable. They say it takes like seven on-time payments to recover from a missed payment, but for everybody, it doesn't take the same amount of time. It really depends on how many accounts you have reporting. Does that make sense? Because like the less amount of accounts you got reporting, the less amount of like on-time payments that you'll have to cover up that one leak. But the more accounts you have, and they're all like number one. I gotta stop reading the comments. They're all oh, they so cute. That is so cute. The more accounts that you have and you're paying them on time and they're reporting as paying on time, then they kind of like cover up the negative. It's like sweeping it under the rug a little bit. You can still see it, but like less people will pay as much attention to it, if that makes sense. I forgot you even had TikTok. Is that crazy? All right, let's see. We got some couple more questions. Oh, these are more like statements. I thought I needed to max out my card to build credit. No. No. SCRA, can you apply on closed accounts? So no. They're gonna tell you no. Now, I always say don't hurt to ask. I'm gonna be real. I always say don't hurt to ask because like what's the worst thing they can say? No? Okay, period. Like Yeah, you gotta dilute it. That missed payment is a drop of blood in a glass of water. Exactly. You gonna need a lot of water to wash it out, but you can wash it out. Yeah, Jelly. I would try my hand because like the worst thing they can tell you is no, and then so you don't care. The account closed. Because I did the shit out of SCRA. So I had bought a car a couple months before I got back into the army, and then I found out about the SCRA by accident. And like overhearing a conversation between a couple of the platoon sergeants, and I was an MOST at the time, which means I already had an MOS, but I was going through training, so I didn't get treated like somebody straight out of boot camp. I got treated like I was cadre, or like people who work there. And I heard them talking about it, and I asked about it, and I did it. They took the payments that I made and applied it directly to the principal, all the overpayment that I made. So I didn't get like a refund. They just applied that to my principal for my car loan. I asked the vets on FB if they use their VA loan, and someone said no, I don't loan shit. And I'm like, okay, no, for real. I just did a bunch and got buku money back. For real? On closed accounts? See, I told you, it never hurt to ask. I always tell people that. Let them tell you no. Let them tell you no. I'm not about to take myself out the game before I even get a chance to play. I thought student loans don't affect your credit. Don't know who told you that. Um, that's actually not true. Um, Student loans are actually like if you pay on time or if you got like deferred payments, it's actually really good for your credit. For a lot of people that I've come across who went to college, right? Their student loans is probably the longest, most positive payment history that they have on their accounts. So I be getting so mad when people be trying to come to me and be like, "How do I delete my student loans?" I be like, "You got late payments?" No. What the hell you want to delete them for? Don't nobody care that you owe the money, right? Like it's all about like the payment history. That's what you care about. If your payment history is good, don't touch it. Leave it. Should I actually delete all my inquiries? I was told if I do, it will close all my credit cards. Oh yeah, that can actually happen. So for those of you who like dispute inquiries, I don't know why y'all be so obsessed with this because this don't even be worth no whole bunch of points. But if you dispute an inquiry that's tied to an open account, you're pretty much implying that it was fraud, right? And they can close your account to protect themselves from a fraud claim. I've seen it happen. So yeah. It's about to be 9 o'clock. Y'all got me for 10 more minutes, people. Mm. Oh, and for all of y'all on TikTok, listen, I don't really be on TikTok like that. This is once in a blue moon for me. TikTok's not really a priority for me right this second. You can follow me on Instagram. That's the platform I am the most active on. So THEE Money Plug on Instagram. I have a Instagram broadcast channel you can join. I allow like replies in the broadcast channel. I just started the broadcast channel like this weekend. Um, and like I'm gonna be posting prompts so that y'all can ask questions. I post like new stuff. The NAACP came out with a Black consumer like alert or report or something like that. I dropped that in the group chat as soon as I seen it. So like this is gonna be a place where I like drop content first, right? Like so like if I post content on any other platforms, I'm sharing links in there directly. Like I thought she was a TikTok queen. I have not, to be honest, Kamari, I've not been like active on TikTok in like 2 years. I'm gonna be real with you. Or maybe like a year and a half. No, like 2 years. I want to say a year and a half. I just haven't. TikTok hasn't been the same for a real long time now. Like I post here and there when I remember to cross post, but Instagram gets most of my focus these days. And YouTube is becoming like a thing because I'm trying to monetize. So like I'm starting to post like more long form content, and also I've been showing more of my personality online. There's a business part of that, but I've been showing more of my personality online because I'm tired of trying to be professional and button up and all that shit. Well, I mean, I never really was anyway, for those of y'all who follow me, but like there were the content that I was putting out wasn't the same as my lives and my stories, right? Like you didn't really know shit about me. All I used to do was just like credit tips, credit tips, credit tips. it's a lot deeper than that now. And so the brand got to be a lot deeper than that, you know. So I've been letting y'all in the group chat a little bit as in a way that I'm comfortable with. That's still something I'm dealing with as somebody who as a victim of domestic violence where like stalking and all that stuff was a big thing for me. I do struggle a little bit of times with what I'm comfortable showing cuz like I fuck with y'all and I be wanting to tell y'all a bunch of shit and then I'd be like don't want people knowing that or like people don't need to know that I went here. Like it's just it's such so weird being a content creator and trying to straddle that line of what am I comfortable sharing and what am I not really comfortable sharing because I only try to share things that I'm comfortable with people commenting on. That's why you don't see my kids a lot. That's why you don't see shit about my relationship, all that shit a lot because I'm only comfortable posting about stuff that I'm cool with people commenting on because I got jokes for days and I make you cry. But you say something about my kids, we got to square up. I don't want to do two Instagrams though. That's what's so crazy. Like I did that for a while. Like I had a personal Instagram page before I had the money plug, but yeah, no. Yeah, for real. Shout out to the Black Wealth Rebels. How they know I was talking to you, Kamari? Shout out to the Black Wealth Rebels. How they know? Is there a way to take myself off the high risk list? You talking about with like bank accounts? You talking about that? Oh, this is my son hoodie. Ain't this so cute, y'all? It's my son. My son loves Sonic the Hedgehog. And so he has this hoodie. Oh, it just got washed, dude. You smell good. And it's got all the Sonic stuff on it. It's so cute. He said that must be Jimmy. Is it Jimmy? I can't tell. Oh, that's a whole process. Getting yourself off of that is what is it, check systems? Yeah, getting yourself off check systems is a freaking process. You still owe them money or are you just like still on the list after you paid them off? Now let me get one. They come in a 3X. I'm screaming. I get talked to regularly about my social media presence, girl. They said that's not Jimmy. I don't know who this is. Come on. I can't tell. Did they fuck with you, bro? The people fuck with you? Shut up, Chavez. Chavez talking about, yeah, that's why I took a step back from content creation. People are weird. Chavez was never a content creator. Please don't let him gaslight y'all like that. I paid him off. How long ago? How long ago was the situation that got you on the list? Let me ask you that. Let's do some YouTube collabs to push your channel. Oh, I'm definitely down, Kamari. 100%. I got the subscribers. I don't have the watch hours. I've had the subscribers for a while. Shout out to y'all. I'm at like 3380 on YouTube. I just don't got the watch hours. I'm like halfway there. 2 years. That's not soon enough. Like you gotta let it age a little bit. Unless you can identify, it's not like your credit report, but if you can identify something that went wrong in that process or that led up to you getting put on the list, that's the only way you can like dispute your way off. Excuse me, but if that's not the case, you're gonna have to let that age a little bit. You're gonna have to. I still owe you an animated logo. That'd be cool. That'd actually be really cool. They really trying to make people like basketball again, and I'm not going back. I'm sorry. Did y'all see Team USA versus Team Canada and the fucking four nations face off the other day? If I'm around Wednesday, I'm not gonna be around this week because I'm moving this week. But I'm gonna holler at you when I get settled. But I just started posting consistent. No, I can't even say consistent. Let's take the C word out of that. I just started really posting on YouTube last month. So other than that, it was just like reposting content that was posted elsewhere for the most part. And like here and there, I would have YouTube videos, but I'm starting to be a little bit more intentional with my YouTube presence and posting more. And then I've been posting in the community and shit like that. So hmm, it's coming, I guess. I just gotta figure it out. Bet. Yeah, as soon as I get set up with like internet and all that stuff, I don't even give a damn my office set up. As soon as I get internet, I'm gonna holler at you. What time is it? Oh yeah, we got 5 more minutes. After that, I've been on the system. Really, you probably just gotta let it age a little bit. Oh, do I got any more questions? Hold on. Ooh, okay. No, fool. I paid off my credit card in 3 months but ran it back up. Today they gave me a $900 increase. How does that happen? I'm shocked. Honestly, they probably saw that you still be managing. So if you left TikTok, then I probably will be leaving too. No, no, don't take that as like a mass exodus, right? I left TikTok because it fulfilled the purpose. It did the thing. And now with the direction that my content is going in, I just don't think it would be like it's no benefit to me prioritizing my TikTok content anymore. I'm not getting in, there's no return on investment, I guess you could say. Whereas with YouTube, once I monetize YouTube, that's consistent income I'll have coming in the more I post. And I mean, I make the content anyway. I need somewhere to post it. If YouTube is going to pay me better than what TikTok pays me, because they do, if YouTube is going to pay me better than what TikTok pay me, then I'll prioritize YouTube. That's just like I've started posting on Facebook more. Got like 27,000 freaking followers on Facebook. And my checks look cute from Facebook. So like if I can and if YouTube look better than that, then it's up. Honestly, they probably just saw that you was doing well, Quana. They probably saw that you was like, oh, okay, yeah, you ran it up, but you were managing it responsibly. So maybe they like that. I try not to look those gift horses in the mouth. TikTok is only here till April if it's not sold. All right. That's another reason why I'm not too pressed on this Facebook shit. They doing that okey doke shit that they did never sat right in my spirit. So I knew I had something to tell y'all earlier, right? Because y'all, my friends is in here. Like, not just like strangers. It's people who know me in here. So earlier, right, I had to go out Burbank and I went to grab like a snack or whatever with one of my colleagues. She's a really good friend of mine. She's a huge like content creator here on TikTok called Saving Wiz. Shout out to Gina. So we went and we grabbed something that out to eat today. And so I had on my green or whatever, and y'all know y'all don't know, but I ordered some Lord Bay glasses. I never posted the content. I record everything and don't post nothing. I never reposted the content, but I did like a whole thing. I ordered like 4 or 5 pairs of Lord Bay glasses, and these was the glasses that I wore today, right? So when I got in the car, I had forgot them. And so before I pulled off, Chavez always walks me to the car, make sure I got everything. So I was like, damn, can you go grab my Lord Bay glasses? So first he bought me the ones that I be using, like the blue light lens glasses. And I was like, no, I meant my sunglasses, the green ones. So he brought them to me, handed them to me with this goofy smile on my face, on his face. Talking about some, I look like what he said. He said I look like I'd be on Tony Hawk or something like that. Like I look like a snowboarder or a skateboarder or something. Telling people I look like Sean White with these days. These are cute, right? Yeah, these are cute. He's a fucking hate. He's my biggest hater, bro. I ain't gonna lie though, he ate me up with his comments. He ate me up calling me Sean White. When I told Gina, she bust out fucking laughing. She's like, "You look cute." I was like, "Period." But yeah, these were. I thought these were really cute. Don't laugh at him, Kamari. Don't be encouraging him. He definitely said I was looking like Sean White, and they gonna try to take it back. No, don't take it back. You said what you said. Talking about I look like I was going snowboarding with them fucking sunglasses on. Oh, I swear, my biggest hater. I thought I looked cute with them sunglasses on. Excuse you. All right, it's officially 9 o'clock, y'all. We were live for 2 hours and 43 minutes. Y'all really was rocking with me. Y'all fuck with y'all for real. Um, we're gonna start doing this every Monday. We'll start going live and doing like a little Q&A. If you're on TikTok, please, please, please follow me on Instagram or YouTube at THEE Money Plug. If you're on Instagram, stay there, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. But I don't really post often on TikTok if we're being honest. So yeah, y'all gotta follow me everywhere else if you want like my most recent content. Um, if you watching the replay on YouTube, shout out to you, girl, because you sat through 2 hours and some change of me yapping my yappers. So good on you. But it's 9 o'clock. I'm getting the hell up out of here. Y'all know what I always say: live every day like it's your last, but pay your bills and wear condoms just in case it's not. And I'm gonna see y'all on the flip side because I gotta get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So, but yeah, I holler at y'all.